Okay, here I am. I know you missed me, everyone. I know you missed Nethack. It's been like what, 2 weeks since we played Nethack. Three. It's been 3 weeks or two. I think it's only been 2 weeks. Uh, but the people have spoken. I put a little poll among some of the super regulars here, the hardcore fan base, and we had a lot of different opinions. But there were 2 votes to play Nethack 5.0, which was recently released on May 2nd after being in I won't say development hell. That implies there were problems with development. I don't know if there were problems with development. It just took a long time. And that's fine. Good things come to those who wait, or whatever. And Nethack is a long running game. You have to appreciate the dev team working on the game actively for so many decades. Anyway, yeah, an interesting twist was thrown into the idea by Mr. Eric here that I play without help of the wiki, which you may have noticed if you watched any of the past Nethack streams. I pretty much spend more time in the wiki than in the game. So I don't expect to live. I mean, it's a tough game even with the spoilers in your face. Anyway, hope everybody's doing all right tonight. Yeah, I put up a little poll here. I kind of am leaning towards one of a few different character roles or character classes to play. I wanted to squeeze in perhaps healer, maybe archaeologist too, but I only get 4 options in the poll. So the options I am offering are tourist, monk, priest, and knight. The funny thing about knight is one of his big things is that he rides a horse, and I think he can ride other things as well. He levels up his riding skill as he goes. I never did much of riding, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing with it, except I do know that if you just, like, as your first move in the game, if you're a knight and you try to ride your pony that you start with, you're likely to just slip and fall and die, and then it's game over. So that would probably be a thing I would like to look up in the wiki, the right way to ride a mount, but I'm not going to do that. So if I'm a knight, I'll probably just die trying to get on my horse. But I think I know a little bit of what to do. Like, wait till you can survive some falls. In other words, level up to elite level 2 or something, I guess. And in Nethack, a pony is just a baby horse for some reason. So it's one and the same thing, right? It grows up to be a horse and then a war horse eventually. They can also ride other things, though. They have a riding skill they can work on. Anyway, I'm just babbling to let you guys take some time to vote. Let's take this starting in a moment. Banner off the screen. And I guess we'll jump into it. Do not choose for me here. Well, it's time to choose and nothing else to do here. It looks like Knight is winning in the poll. It's only 3 votes, but it has won. So if anybody in the viewing audience wants to get in a last-second vote, feel free to do so. The poll is in the YouTube chat. I don't know how it looks on the end user's interface, but it should be obvious, I would think. So I'll give it like 10 more seconds, and then I'll just go with Knight. The problem will be if the 4th vote comes in and it becomes a 2-2 vote, tourist and Knight, then I'll have to play as the tiebreaker and decide which one to choose. So if you really want to just annoy me, you can choose tourist right now. And Ryan said, I don't think you should be right. You really don't think about horseback riding in a dungeon. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a very strange game, this Nethack. You do everything in a dungeon. And you also find outdoor areas randomly as you go downward. It's very strange. All right, so let's go with Knight, which is lowercase k appropriately. And again, this is definitely a character class I'd want to look up info about, especially about writing. But I'm not going to. I guess I'll be a male. Now, I know they, I guess they have to be a human. I can't choose anything else. So I don't know all of the changes to this version 5.0. There's, I believe what people usually say, 3,100 plus changes, which are bug fixes and new features. A lot of these bug fixes are so obscure. It's like if you're riding a mount while you're blindfolded and you're flying and you go over the water and like all these weird edge cases. So I would expect probably like I'd probably expect 90% of the 3100 changes to not be something I'll ever run into. But who knows? But one of the changes is they nerfed how Excalibur can be created. So before this version, and I'm a knight, so I'll probably want to get Excalibur. It tends to be good for him. But one of the things you could do is just essentially, if you're lawful, which all knights are, you just dip your starting longsword into a fountain, and voila, you get Excalibur. I've heard it is it's still a thing you can do, but I think it's like you roll a d20 and only on the 20 you get it, or something along those lines. So in other words, I have to spend a lot of time dipping. I'm not sure if the longsword can rust in the meantime. Anyway, we're not using a wiki, so we're just gonna wing things. It is written in the book of Lu. How do we say it? Lug? Lu? Is it like Hugh, but with an L? Lu? Anyway, Luff? I don't know. After the creation, the cruel god Moloch rebelled against the authority of Marduk, the creator. Moloch stole from Marduk the most powerful of all the artifacts of the gods, the amulet of Yendor, and he hid it in the dark cavities of Gehenna. So we have to do a dark cavity search. The underworld where he now lurks and bides his time. Your god, I'm gonna struggle with lug. Let's just say lug. He's a big lug. Your big lug seeks to possess the amulet, and with it to gain deserved ascendance over the other gods. You, a newly trained gallant, have been heralded from birth as the instrument of Lug. You are destined to recover the amulet for your deity or die in the attempt. I'm going for number 2. Your hour of destiny has come. For the sake of us all, go bravely with Lug. All right, so here, God, I forgot they start out extremely clumsy and dumb for some reason, but that's how knights are in this game. But I am quite strong and I have good charisma. Yeah, I'm basically like a paladin in many other games, which they're they're like a holy knight, and they're very charismatic generally. I seem to remember, was it an AD&D second edition, which is what I used to play a little bit. I think you had a requirement of you had to have 17 or 18 charisma to even be a paladin. Anyway, I'm clumsy as heck and I'm dumb as heck, but I have good strength and charisma. My wisdom's pretty good too. Yeah, I think I get some degree of magic. Every spellcaster in this game has a like one of the 2 brain stats, the mental stats, powers your spells, and I think it is a wisdom for knights, but they don't have as much magic as the wizard you saw me play as last time. They get some of it though. Yeah, this is a new thing. They have an in-game tutorial. This is like amazing. And yeah, let's just do it to see what it looks like. By the way, I am Bongu. That's just a nonsense name. When I play with my daughter, who's 7, sometimes with this imaginary character called Bongu is something we act out. You have to be there probably, but I am Bongu. Anyway, let's do a tutorial. Entering the tutorial, something is engraved on the floor. You read, move around with 4, 2, 8, 6. All right, 4, 2, 8, 6. Oh, that's what's engraved on the floor. I'm a charismatic dumb guy, says Ryan. Yeah, just like in real life. All right, what do I do now? I guess I'm touching each of these. Oh, these little dark blue backtick thingies. I think each one is an engraving on the floor. That's interesting because you didn't see engravings on the map before. You had to just luck into standing on one sort of. Knights can jump with J. All right, so I'm a jumpy knight. Where do you want to jump? Tip, far looking or selecting a map location. You are now in a far look mode. The movement keys move the cursor. That's right. Knights, just to be cute, knights jump like knights in chess. You can make an L shape of your jump. I forgot it was like that. Game time does not advance. This mode is used to look around the map or to select a location in it. When in this mode, you can press escape to return to normal game mode, and pressing question mark will show the key help. Okay. So, oh, it even highlights the available spaces. That's pretty neat. So you can see it highlights blue the 2 locations where I can do my knight L-shaped jump. So let's say I go here. Boom. All right. I mean, you can really look at this. This is cool. You can really take a lot fewer turns just by jumping around as you explore, but it's kind of one of the things where just the user interface tedium would add up after you, if you like try to do this with every move or just a lot of the moves, can be a lot. But I can jump over to the next engraving on the ground. Ryan says, I like that. Cool. You can move diagonally with 1, 1, 9, 3, and 7. And by the way, this is basically referring to the number pad, which you don't have to use in this game. You can use what they call the VI keys or the Vim keys, which refers to the old, people still use it, but like an old sort of text-based editor called VI or Vim. And some people like to use the keys for that, which are like, I never got used to. It's like, I don't know, using like J and K and stuff like that. Anyway, I guess we'll continue with the tutorial. Yeah, I'm moving diagonal. No problem. Already you can see the level layout has some different. You would never see a level 1 that looks quite like this in the original. I don't know how much of this will actually affect gameplay, but I think it's pretty cool that they're mixing it up a little bit. It's just like there's something about this almost like cross-shaped section. Yeah, that's basically new. As simple as it looks, it's something that really strikes me as, oh, that's different. Okay, let's keep going, I suppose. Some actions may require multiple tries before succeeding. Fine, fine. Open the door by moving into it. There we go. Close the door with C. So you just hit C and then up. The door resists. That's good that they warn you that it can take multiple attempts sometimes, because that could be confusing to a newbie. And sometimes the doors just won't close or open. This door is locked. Kick it with K. All right, let's do it. Kick, thwack. Yeah, that's another thing that takes multiple attempts. So I kicked it open. What? Do we have lava in this first room? A wall of lava and some molten lava. Okay. I guess this is actually a special tutorial level. That would be a. I wonder if it's like before level 1, the proper level 1. So it has all weird stuff like lava strewn about. Look around the map with semicolon. Press escape when you're done. So you can do this. And wherever your cursor is, it tells you what it is. You know, you've seen me do that a million times before if you watched me play the game. I usually use a slash, though, which has more options. So you just hit slash again, like a second time, to just get into that same sort of move the cursor around mode. So that's the same thing. Anyway, you avoid stepping into the pool of water. Okay. Use the M prefix to step in if you really want to. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they did a lot of this sort of thing. When I say a lot of this, I mean you don't just accidentally step into lava and pools and stuff like that, because you know, that's something people complained about. There's probably still going to complain about things like that, different sorts of things like that. But the usual reasoning is, you know, and I kind of agree, is my character should have some common sense to not accidentally be like, oh, there's a lake. Oops, I walked into it. Or there's some lava. Dum-de-dum. Oops, I walked into it. So, and, you know, people argue the other side of that too. But you can intentionally do it by pressing M before the directional key. I kind of want to just test it, but I'm not carrying anything. As I'm in the tutorial, I don't have any equipment. I guess I could try it. Let's do it. They're not going to kill me in the tutorial, right? You fall into the pool of water. You sink like a rock. You try to crawl out of the water. That was close. Yeah, I mean, if you're not burdened, you're just automatically going to get out of it every time, the pool of water. And I don't have any equipment to get rusty or just, you know, potions to dilute or whatnot, scrolls to wipe out. So it doesn't really do anything. Here's a wall of water. Can I step into that? Should I try? I've never seen a wall of water before. Hey, I'm on the tutorial. How bad could it be if I die? I just start over. You plunge into the wall of water. You try to crawl out of the water. That was close. Okay. I mean, it's not going to be good if I walk into the lava, right? Is it even worth just trying it? Okay, I guess I'm not going to try unless somebody in the chat really wants me to. S to search for secret doors. Boom, there it is. Behind this door is a dark corridor. The door is locked, so we're going to kick it again. It took multiple attempts. Here is our corridor. There are 4 traps next to you. Search for them, okay? And Ryan said, I was thinking water was silly, but I guess a night Falling in water in heavy armor would be screwed. Ryan says walk into the lava. All right, I'll give it a try if you really want. I mean, I'll just plow through the tutorial if I have to start over. You know, it didn't really take that long to get here. All right, here we go. I'm going to step into what, the molten lava or the wall? Let's start with the molten. You fall into the molten lava, you burn to a crisp. Hey, the end. You want to see your attributes? Okay, let's just start again, I guess. My conduct. I was an atheist. That means I haven't prayed yet. All right, that was pretty terrible. What do we think was going to happen? All right, let's just do it again. No, I will be a knight. Male. All right. Hopefully I have 18 charisma this time, and oh yeah, better charisma and better wisdom this time. Worse constitution and slightly worse strength. That's okay, Ryan. Don't worry. I I didn't have to listen to you, but I decided to do it. All right, we're doing the tutorial. I'll just plow through this again. Knights can jump, etc. Yeah, move diagonally. We'll get right back to where we were in no time. Kick the door. Ooh, that's taking a lot of kicking. I think the success rate on that is a function of your strength. I'm pretty sure. My strength isn't bad though. It was 15 before, but now it's 14. But you know, I actually think having 18 charisma and 17 wisdom is pretty cool. Now I'm extra charismatic. Okay, here's the 4 traps. We're already back to where we were. Searching for the 4 traps. I'm mashing the search button quite a bit. I want to find the 4th one. Just not coming up. There it is. So we have sleeping gas, squeaky board, sleeping gas, and sleeping gas. If you can go around it like that. This one says some traps can be disabled with U. You know, untrap them. Let's try that. What do you want to untrap with? I don't know. I don't have any objects. Okay, so I can't untrap. So the sleeping gas cannot be untrapped at all. And for the squeaky board, it asks me what I want to use. And I don't have anything. All right, Dan says, I want to see you begin as a madman salamander in D Nethack. Oh, it's one of the forks. Bet you wouldn't even escape from the straitjacket you start out in. Oh, the madman starts in a straitjacket. I played one fork that you could start as a criminal, and I think I had the ball and chain around my ankle to begin with. Normally, you have to read a scroll of punishment for that to happen, to have the ball and chain. I just kicked the iron bars, and ouch, that hurts. Cannot pass through them. Can I disable the iron bars? No. But there is an engraving through there, so there must be some way to get in there. Forget how you actually do get through those. It didn't tell me in the tutorial. Pick up items with comma. All right, we got some leather armor. Wear it with capital W. We're wearing the armor. We have leather armor on now. It's +0 leather. I guess what they do is they just they've strewn around your starting equipment in the tutorial. Wield weapons with W. I'll wield my dagger. Hit monsters by walking into them. Take that. I am so clumsy I can't even hit this stupid thing. All right. Now you know the very basics. You can leave the tutorial via the magic portal. Or I guess you can continue to explore for more advanced stuff. In the tutorial, push boulders by moving into them. All right, I did that. Take off armor with capital T. I don't need to demonstrate that. Some items have shuffled descriptions, different every game. Here's a scroll labeled read me. Pick up the scroll, read it with R, and then try to remove the armor again. I don't like that. Is this going to curse my armor? All right, let's try it. I feel like someone is helping. Oh, that's remove curse. Oh, you know, I didn't bother to take it off before because I said, I know what capital T does. But this would have removed the curse on it, I guess. I mean, I guess it did remove the curse on it. I just didn't know it was cursed. All right, so it is leather armor that is currently uncursed. Here's another magic portal by which I can leave the tutorial. Here is a tree, some stones. It's a tree. Okay, no engraving in this room. Avoid being burdened. It slows you down. Yeah, it's very bad to be burdened. You don't want to be burdened in this game. Something is greater than the floor. Drop items with D. Okay, I'll drop an item. And pick it up again. You can drop partial stacks by... That sounds like some kind of a... I don't know. DJing term or something. I'm dropping partial stacks. By prefixing the item slot letter with a number. Yeah, I guess you could demonstrate that with the rocks. So I can go do... I can type D9 rocks to drop 9 of my 11 rocks. There we go. Here we go. Throw items with T. All right. Oh, I think it really wanted me to pick up these rocks. Okay, I'm going to throw these rocks at the yellow fungus. Or yellow mold, whatever it is. Take that. Miss, 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 miss. Hits. Miss. Hits. Kill it. Yay, I killed the mold. It took 7 rocks. Wield the sling, it says. Okay. I am wielding a sling. Oh, I should probably get the get some more rocks then, shouldn't I? I've got to fire the rocks with the sling. Okay, I'm carrying so much that I am slow. Let's drop, I don't know, we have 105 in total. Jeez. Drop 50 rocks to start with. I'm only slightly burdened, so let's drop a little more. Drop 10 rocks. All right, now I'm unencumbered. All right, the last thing was what? Use F to fire missiles with the wielded launcher. What's this doggy guy behind the bars? Wolf. You can wait a turn with dot. Firing launches items from your quiver. Use capital Q to put items in it. Yeah, so you just ready your quiver. And all that really is a user interface sort of thing. Like you don't literally have a quiver. Okay, I'm gonna get lined up with the wolf if it'll ever let me, and then fire rocks at it. Yeah, I guess I can shoot between the bars. Should have known that by now. But clonk. Oh, sometimes it hits the bars. Clonk. Misses the wolf. Misses the wolf. Clonk. Misses. Misses. Hits. Yeah, take that, you wolf. Clonk. Hits the wolf. Misses 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 the wolf again. Hits the wolf. Hits the wolf. Misses the wolf. Getting target practice here. This poor wolf is trapped in this little caged off area while this moron with bad aim keeps flinging rocks at him. I am the moron with bad aim. Oh my goodness, I'm going to run out of rocks here. I got 14 left at this point. Does it help to go closer? I don't even know. It might. I just hit twice in a row after getting closer 3 times. All right. Clonk, clonk. Misses. I think I might be really close to running out. 4 more to go. Misses. Hits. Hits. 1 more. Misses. Let's pick up this pile of 7 of them. Misses. So Dan says, no wiki. I can't wait until you run into a displacer beast or genetic engineer and have no idea how to survive or defeat them. Run away, Monty Python style. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, honestly, I feel like there's not so many drastic changes that I'm scared of the new things. It's just the old things. The game is just so complex. There could be some new things that throw me off too, though. I have to get more rocks. Oh, pretty crazy. I'll put them in my quiver again. I guess I can go diagonally when he goes all the way to the top. Yeah, like right now I can do diagonal. There we go. All right, I'm unencumbered because I fired off enough rocks. gonna be starving in a moment. This is so bad. No, I can't train up my sling skill. I don't know if I want to do that. Slings suck. But I am basically operating with no sling skill. Oh, it's not even unskilled. There literally is no sling skill available to me as a knight. It's not a very knightly weapon, I guess. At least I don't see it. Do you guys see it? I start with basic in lance and longsword. All right, I'll just keep doing it because that's what the tutorial wants me to do. But yeah, if they're gonna give you a, they should give you something weaker. I mean, not that a wolf is super strong, but who wants to sit here for 10 minutes firing rocks? This may be largely a function of my dexterity, though, and being unskilled. So maybe it's just knights suck at this most. They suck at the tutorial. It looks like you're getting hungry. You'll starve to death unless you eat something. Comestibles are eaten with E. There's a food. Oh, they threw a food ration at me. Do you want to eat it? All right, sure. Where did that come from? The gods delivered it to me. And Ryan said, our brave hero killing a wolf in a cage. Yeah, it's a very brave, knightly battle. Sitting here for like an hour. Flinging rocks at this wolf. Oh my god. Am I not supposed to kill this? I mean... why am I bothering? I don't think I really need to kill it. Yeah, maybe that's something they have to fix in the tutorial. I mean, they should give you something that gives you the idea. I'll just fire these remaining 36, and if I... these remaining 36... how many have I fired, then? I think there was 105 when I had selected them all, so it's basically, I think, 105 minus 36 rocks already fired. Okay, let's try to go faster. Hey, I killed it. Welcome to level 2. All right, finally. Jeez. Okay. You loot containers with L. Here's a large box. Take something out. A forked wand. Fork and wand. Containers can also be emptied with Alt-T. Right, you can tip things over. Oops. That's not the right command. That's not the one either. Ha! That's right. I don't have an Alt key set up, so I have to use the extended command and type like # tip. All right, so you can tip it over like that onto the floor. Maybe the wolf was meant to be your pet companion, says Dan. Well, it wouldn't have told me to kill it then, right? It actually didn't say to kill it. I guess it just said launch your rocks with F, and maybe I just took it too seriously and tried to kill the wolf. Magic wands are used with Z. Let's try it. You found 3 secret doors. Oh, look at that. Use E to eat edible things. Just pick these up for now. So they give you a wand of secret door detection. I did hear someone complaining on Reddit that the tutorial gives you identification of secret door detection wand, and I don't know, whatever. Gives you identification of a few things. So the argument was, playing the tutorial gives you this slight edge, so maybe they should change that. I'm going to kick. Okay, swap weapons quickly with X. All right, what was this one here? Travel across the level with underscore. Yeah, that's right. You just do this. I do this. I use this command a lot. Swap weapons quickly with X. So the idea is if you look at the weapons here, I have dagger in hand and sling as an alternate ready to go. If I hit X, they'll swap like so. And now the dagger is alternate and the sling is my readied weapons. So X is the quick way to swap them. Another dagger, a knife. Use capital X to use 2 weapons at once. Yeah, 2-weapon combat is a thing you can train up, but I guess as a knight I can do that. Yeah. I think samurai are the best at it though. You get a lot of penalties to your skills. You have to really be like really high level with your weapon skills for it to be beneficial. So you have to train like each individual weapon type as well as the 2-weapon skill in order to be really kick butt with it. Not sure if it's worth it for anyone but samurai, but I could try it maybe at some point with the knight. Put on accessories with capital P. Guess I'm gonna get this ring. It is a ring of levitation. So I can levitate over this lava, or I might die if I'm messing it up. Remove accessories with capital R. Okay, you float gently to the floor. And I can go through this door now. Okay. The big room. Cannot pass through the bars. They didn't tell me anything about dealing with these bars yet. Can't get through, you're carrying too much. So, yeah, with the diagonals, if you're carrying too much, you can't squeeze through. These boulders are in the way, though, so what am I going to do? Sky blue potion, let's drink it. Aha, we detect some, the presence of objects. You read under construction. Like every web page in the 90s. Capital Z to cast a spell, R to read the spell book. So let's read the spell book. You learn the light spell. Let's cast it. I have a 22% fail rate, but it worked. Hooray. All right. I'm not sure. How do you get through the bars? There's a downstairs there and another engraving. What about secret door detection? Aha. All right, I guess that's the whole tutorial then. Unless in the lower right I can do something about that. With those boulders. I'll just go down. All right, so now I am at I'm at tutorial level 2. Wow. Okay. I mean, I get that they give you all these magic portals, so if you just want to abort, you can, but there's a lot to tutor you on in this game. So I get it. All right, so this is the upstairs. They tell you how to deal with that. I'm searching for secret doors the old-fashioned way. I guess I could try the wand again. You don't find anything. Did they just give you the second level just so you can see how going upstairs work? So you can try going up and down, but that's the end of the tutorial, maybe? I mean, I shouldn't have to spend all day looking for secret doors. I think the wand would automatically find them, I think, within a pretty good radius. I guess that's the end of it then. Okay, I'm back to regular dungeon level 1. Okay, now it gave me my real starting equipment here. But the thing that people complained about, which is so minor, is that it does give you just the tiniest edge. No, they must have already fixed it. They said that you would have the tutorial stuff, like the wand of secret door detection identified, but I don't see it in my identifications anymore. So I guess they fixed that issue. As minor as it might have been. You kill the jackal. Some of the colors look slightly different, like the stairs are yellow. This is my pony, by the way. Do I start with a saddle? I guess I have to find a saddle. That's right. Yeah, you don't want to ride it without a saddle. I think that makes it very likely that you'll fall off. I do have, as you can see, a lot of apples and carrots to feed my pony with, and as well as myself. But each one only feeds you by a teeny bit. So if I get hungry, I could easily, like if it says I'm hungry and I pop an apple in my mouth, it's gonna say I'm hungry again very soon because they just don't fill you that much. So I found a leather cloak. I guess I could try it on. I'll be risky because it's early on in the game. You're now wearing a leather cloak. -1, you're right. My armor class is 3, and I'm assuming I can't take it off. Yep, it's cursed. All right. So I got a I'm thinking that the leather cloak, if it were not -1, would give you 1 armor class bonus. So I think it's a do nothing essentially when it's cursed. But the problem is I cannot take it off, which means I cannot take off the underlying armor. So I'm stuck with the +1 ring mail, even if I find something better. And I can't put on another cloak if I find a good one. Yeah, we killed a zombie kobold. 4 gold pieces. We could try dipping Excalibur already. So yeah, I don't have the wiki to look up available, but as I understand it, they made it so it's less likely to work. I don't know if it's a function of anything else, like your experience level or whatever. I'll just try it. Let's see if it rusts. If it rusts, that sucks, but yeah, it rusts. A feeling of loss comes over you. All right. So I have a rusty longsword and the fountain dries up. Yay. Well, I can remove the rust later. If I ever do get Excalibur, that will remove the rust, I'm pretty sure. This is a very small user interface improvement, but I like it. Very minor thing. When you pick up gold, it doesn't just say 3 gold pieces. It says essentially now you have 11, which it did not do before. You had to move your eyeballs all the way over to here. Oh no, that's so hard. No, actually, I do like this. It's pretty neat. Because I'm often wondering, oh, how much do I have now? The store is locked. Let's do some door kicking. Random ring. Yeah, I'm doing randomly putting on things today. I don't know what that did. Can I take it off? I can, so we know it is not cursed. So I can name it not cursed. Of course, that could change. In other words, something could curse it. And then the label would be wrong. I found 2 pancakes. Pancake dinner. Now I have vegetables and pancakes in my available food supply. Wham, wham, wham. A newt. Where's my pony? He's right here. Should I give him a name? What should I name my pony, guys? You guys choose a name for my pony. The newt corpse is fatty. That's interesting. It's a new description for a corpse. Ha. I don't know why that amuses me so much. Or is there anything to read from that? Probably not. It used to be that corpses were always described as tastes terrible, but then they added that sometimes they taste delicious. And now some of them are fatty, apparently. Statue of a kobold zombie. Eat some lichen or lichen. Lichen. All right. All right, we're gonna call him Gizmo. Yeah, we gotta vote for Gizmo. Any other ideas in the chat for what to name my pony? So, I guess these stairs might be marked, like it might be colored special just because they exit the dungeon. I will leave the game if I go up those stairs. Unless I have the amulet of Yendor, and then you see, that's when you enter elemental planes, as you saw me do last game. There's no point in carrying an orcish dagger. Let me drop that crap. So I'm close to my burden rate already. My burden level. Gizmo and Garfield. All right, I got two names from Ryan in the chat. Gizmo or Garfield. What about Heathcliff? Studded leather armor might be worth trying, but I'm going to be burdened and I can't take off my cloak. I think, yeah, I want to compare the two, ring mail versus studded leather. I think they're about the same, but maybe studded leather is slightly lighter. But I'll just drop it or leave it on the floor, and I will annotate studded leather here. So Eric says YouTube deleted my recommendation. I guess he suggested something a little bit lewd or something. All right, I'll just name my capital C to call him. Call a monster. Tame saddled pony. We're going to call him Gizmo. Heathcliff. Large box. Turns out to be locked. Let's force it. I forced the lock open with my longsword. Dan says, Gizmo caca. We have 2. Ah, that's interesting. You normally wouldn't find a stack like that. I mean, you could, but it's not too common. But one interesting thing, okay, maybe that bug isn't fixed yet. So in the tutorial, I drank a potion of object detection, and I somehow know what this is already. A potion of object detection. So I guess it does keep those identifications, as some people on Reddit were complaining about. But one of the changes in 5.0 is, excuse me. One of the changes is they throw healing potions at you pretty early and often in this game. And it's very strange to see the number 2 here. So I'm assuming this is a healing potion. Just seems to find 2 of anything like that. So yeah, you know, they tried to make the game a little bit easier on the early game, because that's when everybody dies, and that's when newbies get turned off to the game, when they die horribly so many times. They're still going to die horribly, but they have a few benefits, I guess, like the tutorial and more frequent healing potions. So I'm already burdened, which sucks, but it's kind of like I don't know what I want to drop. I just need to beef up my strength, maybe. You can actually exercise your strength by being the next level of encumbered, but you're so slow at that point, it's probably not worth it. And Eric said my name was what the corpse was called. YouTube thought it was an insult. What the corpse was called? Okay. So I'll just deal with being burdened for now, as much as it sucks. Do I want to dip a longsword again? I don't know. I'm wondering if you might need something like... This is how real players would have to play without the wiki. I wonder if you need to bump your alignment a bit or something like that. I feel like there's another factor to it, not just, oh, there's a fountain, let me dip. Like, I think you need to work on your alignment a bit or level up a bit. So maybe I'll come back to that dipping effort later. But I do know they definitely reduced the probability of it happening in 5.0. So I think before it was under certain conditions it's guaranteed, but maybe not always. You know, you had to be lawfully aligned. I am lawful. But it was like basically a no-brainer for knights, if I recall. Like, it's very little risk. But I guess since it's only a small probability at this point, smallish probability, you risk rusting the weapon, which is no fun. Okay, we're gonna pry open the locket once again, take stuff out. My goodness. All right. Yeah, I feel like I'm hitting some good stashes here. Should we try a wand out? We got 3 unknown wands. Let's zap them at this newt. Let's try the crystal wand. Okay, that was probing. It told me the status of the newt. It is neutral and tiny. Level 0. 2 hit points. Armor class 8. I wonder if they're so easy to beat. Gizmo killed it. He killed the grid bug too, before I could zap any wands around. How do we have a statue of a newt here? Who would like build a statue to a newt? Statue of a newt. Another large box. Are they just giving me lots of boxes? Force the lock again. A silver spell book. I could try to read it. No guarantee I'll actually succeed. I'm gonna go for it. You feel threatened and it crumbles to dust. Dough. I don't know what it is. I'll just call it dough. And now Gizmo is carrying around the empty, broken large box. So there are ways you can identify wands by engraving in the floor and seeing what happens. But I think I would need the wiki's help from that. It's kind of interesting. I feel like very disarmed not having the wiki. I could try chugging a random potion. I'm like 90% sure the effervescent ones are healing, but maybe I'll just try the swirly potion. Here we go, bottoms up. Well, you rise up through the rock cavern. Well, as far as I know, first of all, I've never seen that message before, specifically. As far as I know, given my older knowledge of the game before this new version, as far as I know, the only thing that can make you rise up a level is a cursed potion of gain level, and we saw that in use last game. So I'm gonna bet it's that, I guess. I'll put a question mark because I'm not entirely sure. But that's interesting. All right, level 2. I gained a level a different way by killing a grid bug. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking I could become unburdened by like dropping my lance or something, but that's part of mounted combat, and I just don't want to do that. I just kind of did what I always say nobody should ever do, like hold a button or mash it too fast. So I kill the grid bug, kill the fox, see a spear here. I'm going to leave that. Getting hungry. And Ryan asks, if he gives you a level, how can it be cursed? So cursed for potions means it gives you a different effect, and it's kind of like a almost like a pun. So you want to gain a level? Okay, you go up a level. You physically rise through the ceiling, and look, you went up a level. Not an experience level, but a dungeon level. Get it? Waka waka waka. All right, I'm getting hungry. Let's go eat some stuff. Oh, I don't know. I guess I'll eat a pancake. Delicious pancake. I'm gonna search around this room a bit more. This is the way this room is located. It's one of those things where I'm not really sure if it there is a secret door here, but it looks like there could maybe be, but maybe not as well. I'm searching a bunch. Oh, that's interesting. That's a great way to help. Just like you shouldn't mash your directional keys, you shouldn't mash the search button too much, although I do that. They have this sort of sanity check now. If you're searching and a monster's next to you, you have to use the prefix M to force another search, just like when when I was stepping into the pool or the lava in the tutorial. So it makes it less likely that you just mash search too much and then a monster kills you because you passed a ton of actions because you were searching. All right, that's pretty cool. You have some quality of life fixes for noobs, and for me, who's been playing the game for 35 years, but I'm still a noob in some ways, I guess. I guess I'll just head down. I don't know. Should I try the fountain again? I don't know. I guess the longsword can only get very rusty, and they're not worse than that. But there's also, when you dip something, it can trigger the effect of the fountain, including the one that kills a lot of newbies, which is a bunch of water moccasins come out of the fountain. Well, I'm going to try it. I'm feeling brave or foolhardy. Pick one. Your longsword rusts further. All right, so now I guess it... Oh, God, it sucks. Should I just keep trying? It rusts completely. All right, now it can't rust anymore, at least. And here come the water moccasins. All right. All right, how do I want to play this? Well, I can start zapping wands. Ideally, I wouldn't be burdened, but I don't think it's the time to start tossing objects. Maybe it is. But like toss all my food and the lands and the gems and just hope I'm no longer burdened just from that. That could help quite a bit. That would be my first move. I could try zapping wands as well. Probably should do that. I'll drop probing as well because that's not really going to help me here. I'll drop the ring because I don't even know what it does. All right, so the goal here is in one move, try to get unburdened. So the lance can go. That's probably enough by itself, honestly. The pony might decide to have a feast on these vegetables and stuff I leave, unfortunately. Throw more rocks, says Dan. Yeah, right. Healing potions obviously could help. I'll drop the object detection, ring, probing, and all the gems. All right, let's hope I survive another round. Okay, the pony killed one. Cool, thanks, Gizmo. And now I am no longer burdened. And I can do what brave Sir Robin once did and bravely run away. Get him, Giz. I would throw a bunch of junk if I had it, but right now I just have a longsword. My thoroughly rusty longsword. Oh, God, this is terrible. Get him, Gizmo. Oh, he's coming after me. Close the door. I closed the door, and I think he can slither under that, actually. I should be careful. Brave Sir Robin ran away. Looks like somebody voted, although it's kind of too late at this time. I mean, I might die in a moment. I could always try as a monk or tourist after this. I don't hear any sounds. It would say I hear sounds if the pony and pony and snake were fighting. I'm afraid he actually is just munching on a bunch of fruits and vegetables. Hear some noises. There we go. In the distance, I guess it might say that. Yeah. Hear some noises. Okay. I'm just passing turns. Hear some noises. They're still fighting. Maybe when my hit points fully recover, I'll open the door again. But if the noises have stopped, perhaps the snake is dead by now. All right, I'm gonna open the door. Yeah, it looks like they got the pony got it, but it's picking up random objects and dumping them around. And I'm assuming I don't have all my fruits and veg anymore. Good Lord, did he eat everything but one pancake? He ate all of the 11 apples and 11 carrots, I think. Wow. Well, that was a mistake then. I didn't think you I didn't think you'd literally eat them all. Wow. Well, Gizmo was hungry. He might be carrying some, but probably not. Well, he's got a full tummy now. I don't know, I feel like my sword can't get any worse. Ah. I'll tip one more time with no expectations here. Nothing happens, the fountain dries up. All right. I have a crappy pile of rust for a longsword. I know I cannot successfully fight off a pair of snakes without cowering in another room. I gotta be careful with these brown molds too. They've killed many a newbie. Their cold damage does a pretty good amount. Cold attack does a pretty good amount of damage. I got hit by 9 damage. I have 13 left. It would be good to have junk to throw at something like this. Just random rocks, daggers. I could try to throw the lance. throw the lance. Misses. Now I need to kill it so I can pick up my lance again. And I'm hungry, and I don't have the huge pile of fruit and vegetables anymore. It's not growing great, is it? Okay, at least there's some jackals I can eat if I survive this battle. I feel like my rusty longsword made it way worse. Here, help me, pony. All right, I killed one. Pony killed another. I can eat the jackal. It's rotten. I'm blind. I'm hungry once again. Oh my god. Here, kill the fungus, please. I threw my lance at it. Stupid. I should not have done it. Hit the brown mold. All right. All right, I killed it. I'm level 3, and Gizmo is eating the brown mold. So I could have gotten cold resistance from that, but he ate it first. And Dan says if you kill Gizmo, his corpse should give you more food since he's fattened on vegetables. Yeah, why not? That would make sense, I guess. My goodness, I feel like I'm playing like a complete noob. All right, I can test out some more wands soon, perhaps. That might be fun. So I need to get food. That's kind of the top part. Oh, I have a pancake. Let's eat the final pancake. And I'm gonna get hungry again soon enough, though. No time to stand around searching the walls because that eats up a lot of moves. And I just need to, keep moving here, try to find food. I like that it tells you now empty chest, so you don't have to look inside it. I guess because it's supposed to be obviously empty. Normally it would just say, like, or by normally I mean in previous versions it would just say there's a chest. And then if you forget, if you've been raided, looted it before, you wind up repeatedly visiting it. Anyway, here's another fountain just taunting me. Yeah, why don't you keep dipping your damn sword? So maybe I should try it's Hobgoblin throwing a dagger at me. Maybe I should try, like, after I don't know, do something that I know would level up my alignment, such as sacrificing monster corpses, if I can ever have that luxury. In other words, I don't need to eat them. That might advance my alignment, and then perhaps at that point I can try dipping for Excalibur again. If I survive this Hobgoblin. Man, after going toe-to-toe with all those tough monsters in the last game, I feel like such a weakling. My wizard would be like, "Ah, oh, look, it's the Wizard of Yendor. It's dead." Does Gizmo pick up things with his hooves? Asks Ryan. I guess he uses his mouth probably. Here's the engraving. I kind of like that they have a symbol for engravings now. That's pretty cool. So when you write Elbereth, you can see it. Okay, I'm already hungry again. So the clock is on. This is a floating eye. Jeez. Well, I would eat that and get my mental acuity, but stabbing it will freeze me. Oh. It materialized in a different location. I guess that was a teleport trap. Yep. Now when you walk into a wall, instead of saying nothing, it says it's solid stone. I guess just so you know you're making a movement. Or it's a wall, whatever you walk into. Okay. So these guys are going to splash acid. Oh, I might as well get my longsword corroded too at this point. I mean, jeez, let's do it. But this could corrode. Well, let's see how this goes. All right, I killed it. Took some damage. Yeah, it's going to be a acidy corpse. One thing that's nice to be able to look up in the wiki is the effect of all the corpses. It's hard to remember them all. And some of them provide resistances. So I have to wing it for that. I would really love to kill that floating eye, but that's not going to happen. Where's the pony? Is he frozen? Yeah, he's frozen from the floating eye. All right. I'm weak with hunger. I mean, I could pray. I could try to zap a wand with the hope of killing the eyeball. Let's start with it. Maybe I should just eat that mold, even if it's poisonous. Not poisonous. Actually, it could be poisonous. Shoot. I was going to say it might just do acid damage. Let's just try to kill the floating eye. Let's zap it with the aluminum wand. We don't know what that did. Okay, it had no message and no identification. Let's try the steel wand. You kill it. It's a bolt of fire. Cool. Now I can eat it and gain telepathy and hopefully not be hungry anymore. The floating eye corpse is fatty. Okay, I'm still weak with hunger. I guess it doesn't fill you very much. Well, the next step from weak is fainting, and I don't want to be without a pet to guard me while I'm fainting. And that's a recipe for disaster. So I might have to pray in a moment. I'll see what happens first. Kind of really stretching this though. See what happens first. He either starts to move or I start to faint. If he starts to move, we'll run downstairs. So there he goes. Let's go downstairs, pony. And I am burdened, by the way. It's because I'm weak with hunger, though. So we're going to go downstairs. Hopefully there's an immediate source of food, but I doubt it. Oh, there is. An orc corpse. That's probably not fresh. There's a magic marker, which is a great thing to find when you're not a low-level knight who can't find enough food. What just happened? Oh. Okay. I stepped into one of those traps that summons monsters. So I need to kill these before I faint. But hey, multiple sources of food potentially. And I have the pony to protect me in case I do faint. Dan says, it said you feel mental acuity. Which bonus stat is that? That is, I gained the intrinsic ability called telepathy. So anytime I'm blind, like I am right now, I can see where all of the living things are on the level that have a brain. So right now, it looks like not much has a brain. There's the monsters immediately next to me, as well as a dog over here. The dog will probably kill me unless I can throw some meat at it. Obviously, we need meat. We have a shortage of meat. All right, let's not fool around with these monsters and just zap them with fire and stuff. Hello, Emily. Emily is here to say good night, my love. Good night back to you, my love. I'm just grossing out everybody. Thanks for stopping by, honey. All right, let's kill this fox first, perhaps. What does this fox say? All right, so I'm fainting now. And as we saw before, what just happened is I zapped the fox with fire, killed it. It did not leave a corpse. Kobolds are poisonous, and I also don't think it left the corpse. Wait, did we kill the kobold even? I don't know. I think the pony killed it while I was fainting, so I don't have the message. All right, so I need to I think I just need to admit that I need to pray at this point. I mean, I can buy a few turns by eating another floating eye, but hey there, SCB Tripwire, will you go for the Teleportitis plus teleport control combo? I might eventually. Right now I'm very early in the game and just trying to not die of starvation. I guess a prayer is in order here. We need to pray just to make it today. All right, you begin praying to Lug. You are surrounded by a shimmering light. You finish your prayer. You feel that Lug. By the way, if anyone knows how to pronounce this God's name, please tell me. I don't know if it's Liu or Lug or what. I'm just saying Lug. Or Luff. Laugh. You feel that Lug is well pleased. Your stomach feels content. Your movements are now unencumbered. All right. So we're good for now, but we don't have any supply of food. Scroll label to read me. I might just read the random scroll. I mean, this is not a great situation. I'm deaf, by the way, from that trap that summoned the monsters. Like a big boom and you get blind and deaf. The deafness seems to take longer to recover from. I mean, maybe read me will be destroy armor and I'll lose the cursed cloak, so that could be nice. Whatever, let's just try it, see what happens. You feel like someone is helping you, the scroll disintegrates. Okay, that should be remove curse. And therefore, no, it's not that. Because my leather cloak is still cursed. I've never seen you feel like someone is helping you mean anything but remove curse, though. But this message is kind of strange. The scroll disintegrates. I wonder if that means it was a cursed scroll and it did nothing. Cursed scroll of remove curse, so it did nothing. I'm not sure. That would be the kind of detail I'd look up. So I still have the cursed leather cloak. In my identification, did it say what the scroll did? It did not. It also didn't prompt me to guess what it is, so okay. I think, oh, I did. I called it remove curse. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. But why isn't it showing up here? Probably because it's not a proven identification, I guess. No, wait a minute. It says spellbook called Doe right here for the spellbook that disintegrated. I think this goes back to, I think it goes back to the bug that people on Reddit were complaining about. I think it just doesn't show. This wasn't something I got in the tutorial, right? I got a scroll labeled readme that was remove curse. And it just never shows that scroll in your identification now, I guess. As well as anything else from the tutorial, I guess. All right, so that must be the bug they're trying to fix. Or hopefully they're trying to fix. All right, so again, top concern is food. I can't pray for a while. I will get hungry again before I can pray. So let's try to not waste any turns here as I have to mash on my search key now. I can hear again, that's good. I'm gonna go around. Dan says this nice metabolism is off the charts. He's always hungry, no matter how many corpses he eats. Yeah, I'm not getting any really filling corpses. Again, this is a nice warning. I kind of forgot about the trap because it's covered by the corpse that's on that space. But it says, really step onto that magic trap? I don't know. I think the magic trap can have multiple outcomes, and if it summons monsters again, that's more corpses to eat. So I might just do that. I forget if polymorph is one of the possible outcomes. If that happens, I might lose all my armor, because if you polymorph into something large like a dragon or whatever, you break all your armor. I guess I'll do it because yeah, perhaps I'll get more free corpses. Here we go. Yeah, more free corpses. Well, they have to be killed first. They're not corpses yet. I forgot to pick up the magic marker last time, which I should do. All right, let's kill. We got some rats and coyotes to deal with. But, you know, these should be easy pickings. But they're not for me. I have to, with my crappy rusty sword and everything. Okay, I almost don't want to step off the square because I want to be picking up the magic marker soon. But I'm already seeing how this fight is progressing. I lost half my hit points. I have to step away and try to fight only one at a time if possible. And also leading them to my pony can only help. You know, if he... Oh, he's paralyzed or sleeping or busy. Okay, so the floating eye probably got him. But yeah, just trying to make it so I can fight, you know, run into the corner. So I only fight one at a time is the way to go. All right, I killed one coyote. Killed the other coyote. The giant rats should be weaker than the coyotes. Killed a rat and the last rat. All right, from all those 4 critters, only 1 corpse was left, giant rat. So I'll eat that. What is this thing coming up? A gas spore. I heard that these guys, like any of the exploding eyeball types, they have been modified to have a large radius. So things like shocking sphere, well, gas spore that's right here. I should probably run because I am weak. It might. Oh, great. Well, I do have healing potions. I mean, what I suspect are healing potions. Let's quaff one. Effervescent potion. All right, you feel better. Coyote bites. So I have 22 hit points. It looks like my pony's moving, so maybe he'll bear the brunt of this gas spore or something. But if it really has a radius now, I think it's going to hit me anyway. I guess I'll just try to kill the coyote. Gizmo drops a kobold corpse. What are you doing, Gizmo? Do something useful. Kill the coyote. All right, let me try to get away from the gas spore. Oh. Shit. Okay. I ran into the floating eye by accident. And now I'm between an eye and an eye. Gas spore is going to explode. I think it can survive a gas spore explosion. It's something you don't want to take for granted at a low level. But I think, which one do I deal with? The gas spore or the floating eye? I can't really deal with the floating eye, unfortunately. Oh, the wand of fire. It's going to bounce back at me, though. And probably kill me. This game is so hard early on. Well, I'm not sure if it makes a difference if I attack the gas spore or wait for it to explode on me. I think it's pretty much six of one, half dozen of the other. So the question is, do I just wait for the gas spore to explode or attack it? I guess it would take fewer turns to attack it. Like, why? It moves very slowly, so it's like it might take 2 or 3 turns before it explodes. I don't know. I'll just wait and see what happens. Maybe maybe it'll get distracted by my pony and go after that. Yeah, fat chance. Okay, so I passed 2 turns just now. 3rd turn, 4th. Do they only... Maybe the gas spores only die if you pop them yourself? I thought they explode at you, though. Right, next, Floating Eye is Beholder, copyrighted by TSR. Well, these floating eyes are much less dangerous than a Beholder in D&D. They have the 1 paralyze effect, which sucks. But a Beholder in D&D can actively attack you with, I think, like, each eye has, like, what does it have? Like, several eyes, and each one has a separate ray, like a death ray, and this and that and the other thing. So they're very feared creatures. But yeah, this one is basically you just don't want to attack it because it'll paralyze you. But if you don't attack it, you're fine. It looks like the gas spore will not attack me, so I think I have to pop it on my own. Oh, this is terrible. I mean, I guess the fire wand is a possibility. Crappy possibility. I could step left by 1, and then the ray would without the wikis is hard, but I think it's something like 6 to 2 something like 6 to 10 spaces it'll go travel, but for each monster it hits, it's reduced by, was it 3? So if I'm here, it would be like 1, 4, 5, bounce back, 6, 7 to hit, 8 if I'm here. Yeah, so basically I think it's a crapshoot that's not a good one, whether or not the fire will hit me. At that point, it could kill me, it could boil my potions, it could damage my cloak, my already crappy cloak. I don't know, I might just have to pop the gas spore. Here goes nothing. Hit the gas spore. You hit the gas spore. This sword is so crappy that it can't even break the gas spore. All right, one more time. Oh, you hit it again. Killed it. You're caught in the explosion. All right, it only did like 5 damage, or what did I have, 25? So I did 8 damage. Yeah, honestly, I don't know why I was so scared of a gas spore. It's best not to underestimate things. All right, so I guess I can I want to get this magic mark, or maybe I can just kick it. There, I kicked it off the trap. Now I can pick it up. A goblin, I leveled up. That's nice. Coyote again. Okay, I got the magic marker, which might one day be worthwhile to me. So a dog. I can kill the dog. I can throw food at it, but I don't have any food. I might need to swap places with my pony. All right, you deal with it, Gizmo. Kill that doggy. Hear some noises. Okay, I think Gizmo killed it. Sorry, doggy. A newt, I got better. Some gold. Can you eat a kobold corpse? You cannot. They are poisonous, and I do not have poison resistance. At this point, that thing's so rotten anyway, I would get deathly sick. But yeah, if it were fresh, you still don't want to eat it. What's this purple armor? Hawaiian shirt. Okay, Lembas wave. Oh, Lembas. Oh, that's good. That'll fill my tummy nicely. A Hawaiian shirt is good to put as an extra layer underneath your armor. Should I try dipping again? I feel like a moron dipping repeatedly. I'll just be a moron. I know you can get Excalibur. I just don't know all the conditions for it. And it can't get rustier at this point. I know that. The fountain dries up. All right, fine. But yeah, there's definitely it's a chance now. You roll a die, and it's not easy to do. I know you do have to keep rolling the die. So, I keep doubting if I'm doing it right, but it could just be I'm not rolling the number I need, so to speak. This corridor sucks. At least I have the Lembas wafer now. That'll fill me nicely. Until the next round of hunger. Fall into a pit. Clumsy oaf I am. You would think a knight, I mean, I know they have to make some negative attributes for every character, but a knight is, why is he so clumsy? That's what I'm getting at. I think there's a clumsiest character class in the game. All right, I guess that's basically this level. I always have doubts of, well, there's some empty space here. Maybe there's a secret door around here or here that I could search for, but you can waste a lot of turns attempting that. So let's keep moving. The hunger clock is counting down always. Come on, pony. All right, Gizmo, let's go. Oh, we're in the gnomish mines already. Okay, there's a lot of good food here in the form of gnomes to eat. This can be a dangerous place. But yeah, sometimes I've had this happen a lot where I don't start with a lot of food, or I run out early on, and then the gnomish mines really gets me a lot of gnomes to eat as well as food rations. Gray stone. Okay, so that can be I mean, it's probably just a gray stone. It could be a lodestone though, which is very heavy and you can't drop it. One test for that is you kick it, and if it just goes thunk and doesn't travel anywhere, it's a lodestone. So let's try that. Okay, so it's not a lodestone. It could be a luckstone. I think it would be very unlikely that I find one lying around on the first level of the gnomish mines. I'll just leave it. It's probably just a Flintstone or something. Meet the Flintstones. Gnome Lord, I should not underestimate. God. Okay, I need your help, Pony. All right. Gizmo killed it. Because I suck. Some gems. Hey, Tripwire, what do you got to say? He said, I've been trying to get back into Nethack on NAO, but it doesn't seem possible to use my old 343 config. Oh. Is there no webconf for 5.0 like the one available for 3.43 on NAO? I don't know too much about it, but I do know that the dude who either runs that or Hard Fought, I don't know which, was posting on Reddit about dropping compatibility with all the older versions. I think his name is J2. I don't really know the scene too well, so I don't really know. I guess you're just talking about editing a config file, though. So yeah, I don't really know anything about webconf. Oh, is webconf just a web interface for editing the config file, I guess? Yeah, I don't know anything about that, unfortunately. Sorry. Okay, so I ate a gnome, but another one was in my sight, so I stopped eating because I got worried that he's going to bother me. I finished eating him. But I'm just a gnome. Does anybody know what that refers to? But I'm just a gnome. There was this, I'll spoil it for you. There was this real-time strategy game from, I want to say, like, maybe 1999 or so, called Majesty. And there were these gnomes you could have in your army. And every time they died, you know how, like, RTSs always have those sounds? Like, you know, in Warcraft, the orcs have their sayings and all that. You know, you click on a peon and it goes, work, work, or whatever. Well, the gnomes, every time they die, they go, but I'm just a gnome. And my brother used to play that a lot, so we would be hanging out in the same room, and I kept hearing, but I'm just a gnome. And it was pretty hilarious. Because, yeah, I probably had to be there, but... Anyway, I can't take for granted that these are weak guys that I should be able to own in combat, because I'm down to 15 out of 36 hit points. So they've already more than halfway defeated me, so I gotta take my time and make every move count. Try to fight only one at a time. The gnome actually just jumped into a trapdoor intentionally to escape from me. All right. Killed a gnome. Bugbear might actually be challenging, especially now that I'm down to 10 hit points. Gizmo is fighting the bugbear, though. Good luck, Gizmo. Oh, there's a bugbear corpse. Thank you, Gizmo. I will eat it now. Hopefully that fills my tummy. I have to stop eating it because we have a rock mole and a dwarf. I believe, aren't you co-aligned with dwarves if you're lawful? I thought it didn't say a friendly dwarf. It might be like a probabilistic thing, like you're not always co-aligned. So, what do you got to say? Tripwire. Yeah, it was. And really handy, too. Oh, yeah, the web tool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I never used that. That does sound handy. It doesn't seem available for anything later. I know it's such a new version that maybe they just have to, you know, get around to updating the tool for 5.0 or whatnot. I imagine it's something like that. They just have to get around to updating it. Maybe the file format is a little different or something. I don't know. Or the options available. So yeah, again, I don't want to take anything for granted. I have 9 hit points. One swing of a pickaxe or something from this dwarf could do me in. So I could just retreat and try to rest up a bit. I do have a Lembas wafer, and I've been eating kind of big things, I guess. So I think we're not. I won't say we're totally in the clear of, you know, we don't have to worry about food anymore. But for the immediate moment, we can prioritize resting up to heal over hunger a little bit. On the other hand, this is what healing potions are for, right? I think I'm going to step away, and it's possible my pony might do all the dirty work here. Gizmo knocks the rock mole backwards with a powerful strike. All right, go Gizmo. I think the dwarf is coming after me now. The dwarvish mattock is being swung at Gizmo. It's a strong weapon. Gizmo could actually die here. Wish I could just throw some objects at it. Can I throw my lance? Could try, I guess. Lance misses. All right. The dwarf picks it up. Uh-oh. The dwarf picks up the +1 lance. He's like, oh, what have we here? But he's wielding a dwarvish magic again. Did he wield something else before? I don't know. So what I've always found is pets in this game seem to tear through monsters, but anytime there's like a humanoid type wielding a specific weapon, like you see swings the weapon at Gizmo, swings the dwarvish magic, they tend to be a lot riskier, let's say. So I am concerned my pony could die here. I don't think I have much of a... Well, I could just zap it with a wand of fire. Let's just do that. All right, I have 2 of them in range, potentially. Yeah, let's do that. We'll find more wands as we go. All right, the bolt of fire misses the cave spider. The dwarf's cloak smolders. You kill the dwarf. Whew. Cave spider is picking away at me, unfortunately, and I can't seem to hit it. It's probably the crappy rusty sword. All right, I killed the cave spider. I think they're not poisonous. Let's eat it. It's stringy. This is kind of disgusting the way they're describing everything you eat is stringy or fatty. It has a little bit of a visceral kind of idea of disgustingness. Instead of just saying it tastes terrible. I like it. Partially eating bugberry corpse. I feel like it's not been enough turns that I have to worry about that thing having been rotten. I took a lot of real time thinking about my moves, but I think I can eat this corpse. Yeah, I finished eating the bugbear. That's good. All right, so what do you got to say? Tripwire, every version after 3.4.3 seems to require manual editing on the site. Oh, every version after 3.4.3, not just 5.0. There's no option with the webconf tool on NAO for them. That sucks. So I'm just playing locally. Yep. This way I can cheat. I actually did cheat last time I played. Only in the sense of I fat-fingered bag of holding error twice, and I restored from a backup. I don't normally like to do any of that, but I give myself a little leeway just from fat-fingering. Not from anything like, you know, like, oh, I lost that combat. Let me try again. I have my own self-made code of conduct for that, I guess. You could argue it's BS. Anyway, I got some nice food here. That's good. But now it's time to be slowed down by all my junk, and I can't get rid of the leather cloak. The dwarvish mithril coat would be lovely to have. It's essentially, with the exception of the of all the dragon scale armors, that's pretty much the best armor in the game, dwarvish mithril coat. So it would be nice to be able to get that. The best like body armor, not, you know, obviously the helms and stuff are different. Shoot though, I don't know. I guess I just want to annotate that it's here, so when I can get rid of this leather cloak, maybe I can swap out armor. Mustang says, in games like Nethack, I always feel like I'm the most dangerous enemy to myself. Yeah, I mean, by the way, hello Mustang. How's it going? But yeah, a lot of this game, you know, it's easy to say, oh, the game just throws too much RNG danger at you. But a lot of times when you die, you go, oh, I should have used this item. I could have not been stingy with my wand charges. I could have prayed. I could have written Elbereth. I could have been slower with my movements. I shouldn't have mashed the directional key so fast. And Ryan said Mark has his own code of gaming honor. Yeah. But, you know, on a server like NAO or hard fought, you don't have the luxury of restoring from a backup. You can't justify it with a fat finger. Fat fingering your, whatchamacallit, your bag of holding. There is a dwarf corpse here. That should fill me nicely. I should just eat that. All right, I'm actually not satiated yet. I'm coming out, you know, I'm digging out of a big hole here regarding my nutrition level. Pair of iron shoes is usually quite a good low-level boot to have because it provides you 2 AC. I don't have any boots, right? I don't, so let's wear that. It would be nice to identify them. I'm still kind of used to my wizard character who could just cast the identify spell on everything and not have to worry about anything like cursing or whatever. But let's wear the iron shoes and see what happens. My armor class right now is 3. If it's a good +0 pair of iron shoes, I'll be at 1. Cool, I'm at 1. Which also means it's probably not cursed. I could try the Dwarvish Iron Helm. What does the regular helmet give you? 2 AC or 1? Let's take it off. It gave me 1. So now I'm at 2. Dwarvish Iron Helm might give me 2. Yeah, it gave me 2. Cool. So that's better than the regular helmet. Let's just dump the regular helmet. I guess if I'm already going to be burdened, I can lug the Dwarvish Mithril coat around. But I don't know. That seems... How did I get burned? I know I did, but I'm not... I think when I picked up the food, I became burned. Just need more strength, really. I guess I'll drop the coat and do my annotation trick. So I'll know to return here. To get that later. Dwarvish Matic is a pretty strong weapon, but I don't really want to train up on pickaxe skill because you only have so many slots you can upgrade for these skills. And you have to train up from unskilled, so you'll be missing all the time, basically, for a while. But I've heard some people do like to use the Dwarvish Matic. It does a lot of damage for, I think, like, for just the basic weapons, you know, like nothing crazy enchanted and, you know, aside from artifacts as well. I think Dwarvish Matic is one of the most highest damaging weapons in the game. For whatever reason. It could be nice for pickaxe purposes. I'm just going to annotate that as well. This is how I cope with, like, well, I could really use that potentially. If I write that it's here, I can always return to it if I feel like I need it. So that gives me some peace of mind, sort of. As silly as it sounds. All right, a clear potion, that's always water. And I got a scroll labeled Zlorfic. I think that's a new random text for an unknown scroll, Zlorfic. I don't think I've seen that one before. All right, let's see. Mustang. No, let's go back to Dan the Man. Dan says, how the heck does a pony defeat a bugbear? Someone sharpened his hoofs or teeth. I mean, they're pretty strong. All your pets in this game are pretty much badasses. Even a kitten can do it. You know, a kitten can kill orcs and stuff. Not even a full-grown cat, a kitten. And Mustang said the horseshoes have a boot knife. Yeah, maybe they do. All right, Ryan says, good night for the stream. You don't need the Wiki, you're a pro. Well, I feel like I'm already just clinging on to survival here. But thanks for stopping by, Ryan. Thanks for hanging out. I'll talk to you soon, I'm sure. So yeah, I could just read the scrolls since I'm being risky with the early game stuff. And again, I might look out and it'll turn out to be a destroy armor and it works on my cloak. I might want to take off some things that I can take off first. There is like, God, look how many attacks it took to kill the freaking giant rat. There is I believe, a logical order, deterministic order to the destroy armor, like which thing it destroys first. But I don't know it. But I do think it tends to work with the cloak first, but I'm not sure. Like before it would get your main body armor, but I'm not sure about the helm and the shoes, so I'm going to take them off to be safe. And I don't know if this is destroy armor. I'm kind of hoping it is, and if it is, it works on my cloak. You feel guilty. What the hell is that? Well, that would be a thing for the wiki. I think that is probably something like a message indicating something was cursed or the effect couldn't apply or something like that. But again, we're going wiki free, so I'll have to just deal with my guilt. My cryptic message of guilt. I'm supposed to have oh, that's a scroll of punishment. Oh, shoot. Well, now I have a ball and chain around my ankle. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, it didn't work. Oh. So if you feel guilty, it might mean it's blessed or something and it didn't actually generate the ball and chain. Maybe that's what it is. But it definitely was a scroll of punishment. It told me right here. It's kind of funny how the game sometimes will identify something for you and sometimes not. Sometimes it'll give you a prompt, like with the remove curse. But, you know, honestly, I don't think it should have spoiled this for me. I don't mind, but, like, how would my character know what this is? Because I feel guilty. Anyway, that's fine. At least we have that identified. A lamp. Another horse-like thing, a pony. Oh, it looks like my pony grew up to be a horse. That means it leveled up. With the pony though, I want to kill it. It'll eat. I think it'll eat any of these foods. Food rations can conveniently be vegetarian or meat, depending on what they need to be in the moment. I think it'll accept a pancake. I mean, that doesn't really give me a ton of nutrition, really. Maybe I'll throw a pancake at it and I'll have an extra pony. Here you go. Okay, so it didn't actually tame it. I guess it only likes real vegetables. But yeah, how it usually works with the dogs, cats, and horse likes is they become peaceful if you throw them some food that they don't actually like. But unfortunately, Gizmo doesn't see him as a friend. All right, I guess I'll let Gizmo kill it. Unfortunately, yeah. Oh, look at that! Gizmo leveled up again from killing the pony. He's now a warhorse. That was fast. So, if I can find a saddle, I will try riding this thing. For now, I'm not going to bother. Really step onto that sleeping gas trap. Well, yeah. Oh, I don't want to do that, but I want to eat the pony. And how long would I fall asleep? Let's try it. That's probably stupid to do. I mean, my warhorse would protect me from enemies. All right, I'm going to try it. Let's see how many turns I waste asleep. So I'm at turn 2, 3, 5, 4. Okay, I avoided the trap, so no harm, no foul. I will eat the pony. The pony corpse is fatty. You stop eating it because, oh good. I say oh good sarcastically because these swarms of insects are killers to low-level characters. And we see a giant ant. There might be more. Killer bees tend to be worse, as well as soldier ants. But this looks like there's only one of them, actually, so that's not a big deal. I do hate being burdened, as I always say. All right, come to me, giant ant. Oh, Christ, I'm dying. The single giant ant. I just wanted to fire it, I guess. Okay, I killed it. I won't finish eating this pony. I'm not going to let a near-death experience get in the way of my delicious pony meal. All right, so hopefully I'll heal up a bit soon. Oh, good. You feel tough. I gain a constitution point. You must be leading a healthy lifestyle. That has to do with exercising. When you take actions that, you know, train one of your attributes, you'll increase a level in it, increase a point in it. But you can also decrease by abusing something. In fact, if I run around satiated for too long, it'll abuse my dexterity. So this is not ideal. Maybe I shouldn't have eaten that extra bit of pony, come to think of it. Because in the last game, anytime that happened, I just applied the unicorn horn, which just cancels that entirely. I used to say it was like a cheat code. I still say that. But they did nerf unicorn horns to some degree in this game. In this new version. I don't remember how exactly. But it's not quite as good. Oh, there's some solid stone. There's a gem in there. I could get the dwarvish mat. I can try to dig through it for the fun of it. Okay, I'm no longer satiated. All right, that's good. I mean, it wasn't too satiated. So I didn't abuse my dexterity too much. Okay, my pony has killed this peaceful dwarf. Sorry, dwarf. I came in peace. Here's a pickaxe. Yeah, I could dig it. Just pick that up and dig and then leave it. Some gems. Honestly, if I'm going to just say, hey, I'm going to deal with being burdened, it's not the worst thing to carry around a pickaxe. Maybe I'll just do that. It's terrible to be burned. I shouldn't be accepting of this. I'm going to try this alternate iron shoes. Okay, they're both +0. Let's drop one of them. Sometimes you can get lucky and find a +1 pair, but you can also get unlucky and find a -1 cursed, or even worse occasionally. There's some gold in that wall. It's solid stone though. That's pickaxe again. You know, I should rub this lamp. It might be magical. Last time I got really lucky. Last game I got really lucky with wishes. How many wishes did I have overall? I think I want to say about 7 throughout the game. And I even had a wand with, I believe, 2 charges left. A wand of wishing with 2 charges left at the end of the game. Let's rub the lamp. Nothing happens. All right. So that was not a magic lamp. Oh, what do we have here? Gas spore or something? Yep. Hello, gas spore. Dwarvish cloak. All right, I guess we'll head to the next level. A bear trap closes on your foot. No. But yeah, the pickaxe could definitely be useful for digging out gems and money. I didn't finish this exploration, actually, so I'm doing that first. What is that? Oh, that's the helmet I dropped. It's apparently a green helmet. Maybe I'm like the Green Knight or something. Oh, homunculus. Do they put you to sleep? I think they do. I need to lead him to my pony so the pony can help me. Actually, it's a war horse, not a pony. Homunculus, I believe their corpses are poisonous. Oh, good, some garter snakes. Or just plain snakes. Garter snake. No problem dealing with them. Yeah, the pony upgrades to a horse. That's kind of funny. And then a war horse. This gas spore is going to kind of be blocking the way when I come back up the stairs, I fear. I might not survive that long. So who cares? Okay, a dwarf is wielding a mattock, but they're peaceful to me. They're just... Funny thing is that, you know, so many times in this game, you'll be peaceful with some NPC, but your pet is out for blood and will kill it, and you can't really stop it. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because you can get the goodies. But if your pet dies, it's bad. Bronze plate, man. All right, that's pretty good. I would look it up, but I'm pretty sure the Dwarvish mithril coat is better. I just need to get this damn leather cloak off me. You know, I guess I should be keeping a notes document, especially for things like when I last prayed and intrinsics I get. You know, I'm not using the wiki, but I can still write a notes document. That's in play. So I'm going to write on the side here. What's my knight character? Bongu. Bongu the knight. I think I prayed. I feel like I prayed at around turn 1400 or so. And I don't know what the general rule is for how long you have to wait. But it deals with like confidence intervals. Like if you wait something like, I don't know, maybe 2,000 turns, you have a 95% chance of being safe to pray. Something like that. I'm probably already safe to pray. Gnome Lord. Gnome Lord reads a scroll labeled Garvin Day. The Gnome Lord vanishes and reappears close by. It's probably just teleport. But maybe that's a new message for if he reappears within your field of vision. It says reappears close by. Yeah, that was teleportation. Garvin Day is now identified as teleportation. That's cool. All right, bring it on, gnomes. Gizmo's killing them all. I gotta get my own experience points here, though, Gizmo. Come on. God, I can't even kill this gnome. I was just verifying. I am wielding the longsword, right? I know it's a crappy longsword, but geez. All right, I ate the gnome. But I'm just a gnome. Here comes the gnome lord. I mean, the regular gnome kicked my butt a bit, so I'm scared of the lord. However, it looks like my warhorse killed it. And there's some lovely gems here. Most of which are probably just worthless glass. All right, at least we have some another mithril coat here. So here's another option. Now I think there is you know, I said basically dwarvish mithril coat is the best armor, body armor besides the dragon stuff. But I think there's a case to be made for plate. However, it's so heavy. Like I think the plate, crystal plate, regular plate armor, I think they do give you more armor class, but they're just so heavy. And I think Mithril, Dark Dwarvish Mithril Coat gives you some, it might give you a level of magic cancellation or two. But I can't look that up. I kind of like, I like the excitement of not being able to look things up to some degree. I feel like it's really gonna weaken my chances, but I think that's fair. That's how I used to always play. But it's weird, you come up with your own pet theories of how things work, and sometimes they're kind of on the right track. Sometimes they're totally made up. Like, oh, I feel like, you know, just to make something up. If I search before I attack, I hit more often. You just come up with these crackpot theories sometimes. Gnome Corpse. The Gnome Corpse is gamey. That's a new one. Oh, the gnome is gamey. Did it say that for all the gnomes I ate before? I might have missed it. I can't imagine some gnomes are gamey and others are not. But maybe some are more like wild gnomes. I don't know. Okay, I stopped eating because we got some more gnomes coming right up. Gnome corpses coming right up. What I need to do is figure out what command I can do to drop enough stuff to become unburdened in one attack. Like maybe drop the lands and the Hawaiian shirt and I don't know. Nothing that anybody's going to use against me. Money. Okay, that was not enough. So I need to drop more than just those things. Let's try again. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Gnome Lord drinks a potion called Gain Level. The Gnome Lord seems more experienced. So now I know Gain Level really is what I thought was Gain Level really is Gain Level. I just have to how do I name it? Well, okay. So it has the true identification, a potion of Gain Level plus what I called it, called Gain Level. So we know what it is now. And unfortunately, I didn't get to drink that, but oh well. Dan said next time you need to select Pony as your starting character. Super strong monster killer compared to pitiful, always hungry, weak knight. You know what? I want to be mounting eventually. I'm going to mount this warhorse eventually. And I'll be extra badass at that point. Gizmo knocks the Gnome Lord backward with a forceful blow. Yeah, I think that's a new thing that, well, I know you could do that if you were a monk using martial arts. But I guess the horses and ponies use martial arts now too. I'm joking, but that might be the under the hood, the simple way under the hood to represent the horse can kick guys and knock them back. Just give them martial arts skill. Like in terms of the game mechanics, I mean. But yeah, monks have all these cool attacks. Monks are a lot of fun. I remember when they were new to the game. Like they had them probably like 20 years ago at this point, but in the grand scheme of NetHack history, they're relatively new. Ish. But yeah, they have to be vegan. So they can't eat corpses except for the ones that are vegetarian. And it's different to be a monk. You play you mostly use martial arts. What just happened? Okay, I feel like that coyote really zoomed fast, so I thought maybe I like passed out or something, but I guess not. I still haven't figured my one command. Let's get unburdened. So we should figure that out. Drop the gold, the lance, the shirt, food ration. I mean, potions are heavy. Maybe I should just use an object detection early. Well, that worked. Okay. I mean, yeah, maybe I should use object detection anyway because I can see like gems and gold in the mine wall. So I guess it's a good excuse to just drink it. So here we go. Bottoms up. Wow. Yeah, gnomish mines are like this. You can dig a lot. And if you don't know where to dig, you can spend quite a long time digging. But yeah, this shows me where to dig. That's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe I'll spend some time digging, you know, get some money. If I find a shop, it'll be nice to be rich. There's always going to be a mine town in the gnomish mines. It might be like just 2 or 3 levels down from here. All right, let's start digging. Hi ho, hi ho. Now it does take some time. Let's see how many turns it takes for me to dig one space down. I'm at turn 3053, which you can see on the right. Yeah, that was 10 turns. So you're gonna realize you could get hungry if you do too much of this. I thought if you just bump into the wall, you'll automatically dig. Maybe that's a setting. All right. Wait a minute. Oh, what happened? Did the object detection lie to me? Was it cursed and it lied to me about where gold is? That might be a thing. Let's try like one more like this right here. Yeah, this thing lied to me. All right. That's a shame. So yeah, I think I am going to be digging at random if I do this. The only other explanation would be in between the time I drank the potion, and by the time I got to the gold, somebody else took the gold or otherwise moved. I don't think that happened, though. It doesn't really make sense. Yeah, I'll wield the crappy longsword again. That will one day be Excalibur, kind of, sort of, hopefully, maybe. Another pony. Sorry, pony. Gotta fight you. Or get help from my warhorse. Please help me, warhorse. Okay, I can't fight on my own behalf. This is pretty pathetic. All right. Do I want to eat the pony? Yeah, let's eat it. It was rotten somehow. That's just the thing. Sometimes even fresh corpses generate as rotten for some reason. Here's a dwarf. Is he friendly? Yep. Oh, a Rothay. They are early character killers. They're just fast. They're getting a lot of attacks. I'll fight a little more carefully and then maybe just use a wand of fire if I have to, assuming I have any charges left. Might be better off running left and trying to catch up with my pony. See what happens when I do that. Okay, so far I'm outpacing it looks like. Okay. Pony, deal with this dungeon cow. Cool. All right, Rothay is killed. And it left a delicious hamburger meat corpse. And I stopped eating because the homunculus is coming. Okay. Homunculus zaps itself with a marble wand. Suddenly you cannot see the homunculus. It should be invisibility, which we can see right. Oh, it was there on the list. I was going to draw an arrow, but I messed up. Okay, I finished my Rothay. Keeping an eye on every time I get bitten, what my hit points are. It's doing like 2 damage each time. Pretty much consistently. I'm getting a little nervous. Pony! Here, pony. Ride the pony. Want to make invisible. All right, so Gizmo killed it. Where it said it is killed, that means an invisible thing got killed. I can zap myself with this. Here comes an orcish type. Was it a hobgoblin? Yeah. God, this sucks. I gotta get Excalibur. God. Once again, I have to depend on my pony to save my hide. At least I'm getting a lot of corpses to eat. A lot of delicious meat. This is the stuff I left here. Pick it up again. You hear crashing rock. Somebody digging through the tunnels. Probably just a dwarf. Hello, Nomies. Throwing darts at me. That's not very nice. Cool, leveled up to level 5. Did I ever enhance my longsword skill? Not yet. After hitting enough times, I should be able to level this up to skilled level. But I guess if I'm letting my pony do so many of the attacks, that I'll train the sword skill more slowly because of that. Oh, look at that! Just as I said it, you feel more confident in your weapon skills. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna upgrade longsword. There's no point in saving that bump for another weapon. I definitely want to do that. So you're now more skilled in longsword. Even crappy rusty longswords. And we have another gnome followed by another dungeon cow. Okay. Can I untrap this thing? Probably. Yeah. I need to dig around this trap so the pony can come, the warhorse can come through without falling asleep. Let's see if I can do it before the gnome catches up with me. You haven't, you feel foolish. You haven't been paying attention. I lost one of my wisdom points for being foolish. Like walking into traps and whatnot, I guess. But I gained a dexterity point because I've been working on my reflexes, apparently. Cool. Well, good and bad, I guess. All right, so I dug around the trap. Hey, I connected to a tunnel here that the dwarf made, I guess. Is that a gem to my left? Yeah, it looks like it. Let's dig into it. 2 gems, green and orange. That's a gem embedded in stone. It looks gray though. I think just because I can't see it, maybe. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to make of it. Oh, it's red now. Okay. I know we do have a gnome and a rose about. Yeah, hopefully I can make a killing. I mean, have a lot of money by the time I get to Mine Town. I'm just not sure I can identify these gems. All right, let's go fight the fools over here. I might be able to lead them into the sleeping trap. Here, no, we know. Ah, well, so much for that. The warhorse is kicking their butts. All right. I guess I'll eat the gnome. Yes. Instantly run. I am confused. I am no longer confused. Hit the lichen. There's a web from the spider. All right, it's not a big deal. Yeah, I'll step into it. Cave spider. Come here, newt. Oh, the newt was stuck in a web too. That's why it didn't come to me when I passed my turn. All right, another floating eye. We have 2 of the most annoying early level creatures in one place, a leprechaun and a nymph. Well, the nymph might steal my cloak, which could be a blessing in disguise. Let's just, one way to play it is you drop other stuff, so just to make it more likely that the nymph will steal what you want it to steal. And that's the way I can get rid of this cursed cloak. So let's try some of that silliness. Drop my food. You have to be careful. Some of the things you drop, monsters are liable to pick them up and use them, like potions, wands, whatever else. So basically things you... Problem is, for trying to let the nymph steal stuff, that's another way they can get used. So I don't know. I guess nobody's gonna use a magic mark. Maybe I'll drop my wands far away. Maybe I can try to do that. Unfortunately, these spider webs are in the way. Okay, the wood nymph died quickly. Well, it's actually kind of bad because I wanted her to try to steal my leather cloak, but my warhorse is so badass that, oh well. I could get teleportitis right now. Do I want to do that without teleport control? Sure, let's do it. Okay, I did not get jumpy, but the corpse was stringy. Looking glass, object detection, cool. Looking glass is pretty nice. You just aim it at somebody and they get scared. I think high intelligence creatures it doesn't work on because they understand it's their reflection. But that's a good early game trick to get out of a jam. Just aim a mirror at somebody, apply a mirror at them. Might even work on this leprechaun. Oh, he stole my money. My purse feels lighter. One trick is to just throw your money away. Because what it does is the leprechaun steals your money and then instantly teleports. That time it just happened to... Yeah, like it vanished and reappeared close by. So it just teleported close by. It's kind of hard for me to catch up to it burdened because it's such a fast critter. Oh, I stepped into a teleportation trap. Level teleporter. So it's on another level now. All right, so there goes some of my money. I mean, it wasn't a lot. I had like something like 250. And now I have 198. But yeah, he's on another level now. I don't know if he's up or down. Orc Shaman. Hexagonal amulet. Amulets are very dangerous to just try on randomly. Some of them will outright kill you. I guess there's only one that outright kills you, but there's some that have horrible effects. Yeah, strangulation is not fun. Ask anybody who's been strangled. What is it, a Mordor orc? No, Hill orc, right? Yep. Yeah, there's some money. Guess at this point, if I'm already going around burden, I could just pick up a mithril cloak. It shouldn't take me to the next level of encumbrance, I don't think. Mithril, did I say cloak? I mean mithril coat. Let's go find that, I guess. Oh, let's not go into the web with the orc right there. Yeah, look at that dwarvish medic. It just dealt, I think, 13 damage. Whew. Okay, it's dead. Oh, Gizmo got the XP for that. All right, so this orc, orcs like to pick up a lot of crap they find. There's certain characters that do that. Some don't. It tends to be the humanoidy types. We humanoids are greedy. The hill orc is gamey. Gamey hill orc. All right, I'm gonna see if I can carry the mithril coat without getting the next level encumbered. I do get the next level encumbered. One way, this is probably dumb, but this does exercise your strength when you're at stressed level. So I can run around like this and drop stuff at the. So many of my deaths in games have arisen from just being extra slow. So I'm not gonna give in to the temptation. I should really just try to find a way to not even be burdened. But I'm just dealing for now. You do gain strength from other ways. I think just fighting a lot trains your strength for one thing. But not running away and letting your horse do the fighting. A yellow light is coming. Okay, sure, come get me. So it blinded me, and now I can see all the monsters because I'm telepathic. We have a newt here, a rothe, a rock piercer. Here's my horsey named Gizmo. Floating eye, a peaceful dwarf. That's about it, I guess. All right. A giant bat suddenly appears. Why? The rothe, I let it into the sleep trap, but it looks like it didn't get triggered. Or the sleep didn't affect it for some reason. I killed it. Let's kill the giant bat. The newt. Kill the giant bat. Oh, it's an anti-magic field, not sleep. Sure, I'll step there to eat the rothe. But yeah, I do think I might be abusing my wisdom when I walk into a trap, even if it's not really harmful to me. So unfortunately, my wisdom is lesser already. A were-jackal appears. I'm not sure what this appeared on. Says it might just be when a new critter spawns it and it's in your line of in your field of vision. It tells you so now, rather than just drawing the character on the screen. It'll say suddenly appeared. Now, why do these things spawn? Who knows? You're a jackal howling. Yeah, let's deal with this. I hope I don't get bitten. Being a lycanthrope is very annoying. Could just go down. I'm trying to rest up my HP a bit. Okay, was it elf zombie? Elf zombie. This is the word jackal in jackal form and the floating eye. All right, let's kill the zombie. Bat. I'm just gonna go down. Gizmo hits the gnome, kills the gnome very quickly. Black rotten food. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, we're in Mine Town. I can tell by all the people here, all the humans. Yay, Mine Town. All right. So I was hoping, hey, maybe with all these gems I can buy stuff, or with all this money, but I actually didn't wind up getting that much money. The gems are unidentified, so I can't really get much money from selling the gems. That's the shopkeepers rip you off. They're just like, oh, I'll give you 1 gold for that because you don't know what it is. All right. Well, it's good to be in Mine Town nonetheless. You can always rob the shops, which I, as a gallant lawful knight, am happy to do. Gizmo's kicking the crap out of the Gnome Lord. I didn't get the XP again. Daggers, okay. Yeah, I can chuck daggers at enemies. That's fun. I'm in the dark. I mean, I could just turn on the lamp, but it doesn't really seem worth it for Mine Town. I think it'll be light in the main town area. All right, I just leveled up some dexterity. You feel agile. You must have been working on your reflexes. And you feel tough. You have been leading a healthy lifestyle. So I gained 1 constitution, 1 dexterity. All right, that's pretty good. By and large, I am gaining from exercising more than I am losing from abusing. I just lost 1 wisdom, and I gained, I believe, 2 dexterity and 2 constitution. No strength yet, unfortunately. The gems have to be identified, asks Eric. Yes, the shopkeepers will totally rob you blind unless you identify them, basically. Jaguar. Help me, pony. Thank you. Such a wuss. Jaguar corpse is gamey. Here comes a kobold lord. Finishing the jaguar. Gray stone. Should I try kicking it? Okay, the horse is picking it up and dropping it. Does that confirm it's not a lodestone? I don't know. I kicked it and it went somewhere. Okay. Now there's sort of different levels of identify. How does it work? Yeah, I guess you can narrow it down and just call it something. And then you get, I think if you do that, you get like partial value. But if you truly identify it, you get its full value. In other words, you can look at the wiki and do things like, I don't know, like part of the identification is you rub it on the ground to see if it's soft or hard. I can do that, but I feel like that's not going to help me too much in narrowing it down because I don't know all the combinations. Like for example, I think, I guess an obvious example is a diamond is not soft. So if you rub a white gem and it is soft, it's not a diamond. If it's hard, it's either a diamond or maybe it's a lithium crystal. I don't know. There's a few options. All right, so don't kill the Watchman or get killed by it. Okay, it looks like it's... All right, it killed the Watchman, fine. Small shield. Do I have a shield? I do, okay. Excuse me. Well, even though I've started the game, like, I guess 2 hours ago at this point, the poll responses are still coming in. I guess I could hit end poll. And it looks like Tourist is in the lead at the moment. Yeah, feel free to vote anyway. I guess maybe if I die as this character, which is a strong possibility, I can play next time as whichever character class wins in the poll. Maybe I will just apply the lamp for a little bit. I can always turn it off after a few dozen or so turns. I can see much better now. Here's a fountain. If you dip into the fountain or drink from it in range of these watchmen, they get mad at you. They blow their whistle and they might attack you. You hear someone beseeching Bridget. So here is a excuse me, a food store. Yeah, they want me to leave my pickaxe outside because it's a tool of robbery. Fine. Turn off my lamp for now. All right, we have a cram ration for only 23 Zorkmids. That's okay. Slime mold. All right. Tripe ration. Okay. And an ice box, which has stuff in it. Brown mold corpse, newt corpse, snake corpse. Hey, the brown mold corpse will get me a cold resistance, so let's try that. And I should just pay for it, because if I try to let Gizmo rob it, he'll actually eat it. So let's pay for that. Now, it's not a guaranteed cold resistance, I think. It's something like, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30% chance, maybe. I have to go with my gut. No wiki. Let's try eating it. All right, I just ate it and nothing happened. Okay. What's he eating? Is he eating something? Maybe not. A tripe ration would be good to have in case I run into I mean, I don't really need it that much, but for a cat and dog, I can tame it. I feel like I don't really care that much about taming a cat or dog. Cram ration is good to have. Although I'm doing good with food now, I don't exactly have a huge stockpile of it. So yeah, cram ration would be nice. Please pick that up for me. It's actually picking up the entire ice box. This warhorse is so strong. Lizard corpse, those are good to hold on to. They don't rot, and when you start to turn to stone from a stoning effect, lizard corpse will cancel that if you eat it. Come on, give me some robberies here. It stole the whole ice box. Okay, fine. I'm just kind of shaking my head. It's like I could take out these newt corpses, the newt and snake corpses from the ice box and just eat them now, or I can leave them in there so they're preserved. That's pretty much my choice. I could take them out and let them rot. I guess I'll just eat them. I don't know. Or I guess maybe I'll save them for a rainy day in case I get hungry. I don't know. Just leave them. I don't know how fresh these giant rat corpses are, so I'm not going to eat them. This slime mold is out of the store. For whatever reason, the square right next to the door counts as outside the store, so it's free for me to just pick this up. Slime mold. The horse must have left it there. Drops a giant rat. Oh, he's stealing a tripe ration for me. Sure, I'll take it then. Okay, now I got a tripe ration. Get me the cram ration, though, please. Horsey. Hey, Gizmo, get me this cram ration. Don't drop. Oh, you fucker. Oh, excuse my language. I try to keep it clean. But he brought my pickaxe into the store and dropped it. Now I have to buy it. Unless the horse just steals it again. Or at least he's telling me the cram ration. Get me my pickaxe back, please. This is like the Untitled Goose Game where you make you make the boy buy back his toy plane because you as the goose, you take it and you put it into the ladies' outdoor market. Kill the giant rat. Should I just try? Should I just try dipping Excalibur again? Wait, there should be an altar on this level. Maybe I could try to level up alignment that way because I suspect that might be a factor. I don't know it, but I suspect it. Plain Centaur, I might want to do my one-turn drop technique, which hopefully, well, I got more crap on me now, so it might not work. But I'll try it. I'll drop extra stuff like all these foods. How about? Or most of the foods, whatever the horse won't eat. Let's see if that'll do it. I'm dropping the daggers as well. Okay, I'm no longer burdened. Centaur's kicking me. And of course, Gizmo got the kill. All right. That's just how it goes. When your pet is more powerful than you. I'm so hungry I can eat a centaur. I did it, and I'm not full yet. Gray stone is very fishy, this gray stone. Maybe I can get it identified. All right, it looks like no what? Oh, what is that? Okay. Oh. Well, there's my first unicorn horn. That's great. And the corpse. I think they're very valuable if you, to your god, if you sacrifice it. A non-co-aligned one. I think. But gray unicorn fits the bill. It's not co-aligned. I'm lawful, so my co-aligned unicorn would be white. However, I don't know if I can drag this over to an altar too easily with my current strength and kind of lowish strength and burden situation. But I could, I mean, it's gonna rot. I could put it in the ice box. I'm gonna drag the ice box over and put it in. Extreme difficulty though. Wish I could just tell the horse to do it. Let's try it. Gotta be careful because I'm so slow. 6 turns are passing every time I move. It might already be rotten by now. Let's just drop the ice box. Apply. How do I do this? Loot? Put something in. Can I put something that's just on the floor in? Guess not. Damn. Maybe they have to pick up the unicorn. This is probably rotten by now. You cannot lift anymore. Oh well. There might be a way. Maybe I just should have eaten it. I don't know. Can tipping work? Nah, I'm just gonna dump what's in it. It's not gonna add it. It's not gonna add anything to it. All right, let's get the unicorn horn though, because that is good. Even if they nerfed it, that is a very good thing to have. A werewolf. Oh boy. Okay. Well. All right. At least my I think the horse again saved me. All right. Did I get bitten though? I think I did. Hit the werewolf. The werewolf misses. Okay. Okay. The werewolf bit it. Werewolf. Okay. The werewolf did bite me. I think it would say I feel feverish if I turned into a werewolf. But it's not something I have an amazing intuition with, so it might say I feel feverish later, perhaps. Not entirely sure. Anyway, here's a werewolf corpse. Dan says Gizmo is the ultimate badass. Tells Bangu to hold his beer while he kills every monster for him, then steals from others with impunity. No one dares challenge him. And he can also carry these heavy ice boxes around and everything. He is badass. Now these doors are locked. If I smash them, and there's a shopkeeper in there, he'll kill me. But you can unlock them with a lockpick or similar, and they don't get mad if you just open their locked doors like that. Let's put on the lamp. It's a pain crawling around the dark. Hello. Leave your pickaxe outside. I can do that again, I guess. Hopefully stupid Gizmo doesn't try to sell it or gift it, more like donate it to the shop. Excuse me. Now there's a rule of thumb. This is a code of conduct thing in the real world, where the storekeeper Ischak is named after a developer for the game who died in the 1990s, and they named one of the shopkeepers randomly. One of the shopkeepers is randomly given his name, and it's a rule that you're never allowed to kill him. It's not enforced in the game, but it's just the unspoken rule. You never kill Ischak, the shopkeeper in the game. I don't usually kill shopkeepers anyway, but that's just something people do as sort of etiquette. As a little tribute to the real Ischak, whose last name I don't know off the top of my head, but you could look it up. All right, there's a candle and a dwarvish cloak here already stolen to me by Gizmo. Gizmo just killing all the watchmen. He doesn't even care. Candles, lamps. Yeah, if you see a lamp that's like crazy expensive, it might be a magic lamp, but it looks like they're both 33 Zorkmids. Jeweled wand. I think if a wand is in a light shop, I think it's necessarily a wand of light. Not entirely sure though. Hello, Gnome Lord. Really, if I can get this longsword to stop being so crappy and be Excalibur instead, I'll be in a much better shape. Also, if I can get a saddle, I can ride my warhorse, and then I get some extra badassery. But as I mentioned earlier, that's one of the things I don't have a ton of experience with, which is riding. And I know you can fall off the horse if you try, and you get damaged a lot. And it's very frequent if you have poor riding skill and or you don't have a saddle. I can probably try it now without a saddle, but I'm not really confident that's gonna work. Okay, just got blinded by a yellow light. We can see a bunch of things on the level again. Yeah, whatever. Oh, now I can just apply the unicorn horn. Nothing happens. You can see again. Yay! Now I know that's nerfed in some way, but it doesn't. I was thinking the unicorn horn should actually have charges. That might be like blasphemous to say to some of the advanced players, but it's such an overpowered thing, and you find multiple of them through the course of the game. You might find like 6 to 10 of them by the time you beat the game. So I thought they should have charges, but I know they did nerf them, but they did not give them charges. I don't remember how it works though. It could just be a lower probability of working, or I don't know what exactly. Anyway, what do I want to get these lamps? I guess they're good to have. Steal these for me, please, Gizmo. Orc mummy. God. I feel like such a wuss. Alright, some candles. Crappy candles, sure. Here's the jeweled wand. Should I just try zapping it? Hello, are you a peaceful dwarf? Yep. Jackal. Let's try verifying this jeweled wand is light. Yep, a lit field surrounds you. Okay. There's a lamp here. I guess I'll just try rubbing them anyway, although I don't think they're magic. You now wield the lamp, nothing happens, okay? Guess I'll try to get this other one robbed by Rob Bob. No, but robbed by the horsey unpaid one. Where is he? Are you fighting all my enemies again? Come back. Hey. You know, I'm going to try riding him once. I don't think it's going to kill me if I fail once. I know it's better to have a saddle, but I think it's possible to try it without. Wish me luck. You mount Gizmo. All right, I'm riding Gizmo. Woo! We'll fight together. But now, oh. Will you please leave Gizmo outside? Oh. I can't go. There's no point in riding on this level then, because there's so many stores. All right. But the thing is, every time you try to mount him, you have to make like a riding roll, and I think it's worse if you don't have a saddle, so. Well, let's at least try a little mounted combat. I'm going to wield the +1 lance. Let's run around and see if I can see what I can do with this this newt. Can I attack it from 2 spaces away? I might be able to. What do I do though? Apply it? Yeah, it gives me an option to apply B, it looks like. The lance. Let's try it. Apply B. What do you want to hit? Use the cursor. So let's try to hit the newt. Yeah, I can shoot. I can stab it from 2 squares away. That's fun. Now, can I pick it up? Yeah, I can pick it up. Alrighty, that's good. That would be annoying if you couldn't. The newt corpse is stringy. Again, it just feels gross when it says that. Who else wants some gizmo? Oh, it is an altar to the wrong god. Okay, so I can't really sacrifice here. Normally, you can try to convert an altar by sacrificing. Each time you do so, there's a chance of the conversion working. But with a priest of the other side here, they will get mad and try to kill me. We don't want to do that. But I can still do the whole drop items on the altar to ascertain their blessed, cursed, uncursed status. So let's try that. You can drop all these things. And every time it says, you know, it flashes amber, that means blessed. Flashes black means cursed. Nothing means uncursed. There's a black flash. Yeah, this is probably one of the evil amulets. A lot of them are bad and they're just cursed, so you can't take them off. All right. So now I know what all these things are beatitude-wise, as they call it. If only I can get this damn cursed leather cloak off. That's just from a very early, hey, let's just try a thing. And I've been stuck with it all this time. All right. There's more or what? Yeah, it looks like I didn't select them all by accident. Also, the things I'm wearing. Let me take off J and R. J and R Music World. Oh, the lamp I'm using is cursed. I don't think that really matters much. I think it just has a lower duration. The magic marker is cursed, which sucks. I could always later on get that blessed, however. Just to make, dip it in holy water to make it uncursed. I got another constitution point. I'm apparently doing really good in that. I know one of the ways to train constitution, this is probably the way that I'm inadvertently doing, is you just get hurt very much and you recover from the low hit points. So that's probably how I'm advancing my constitution so much. So hooray, I guess. Hooray for almost dying and coming back from it. I mean, I'm never like, very rarely like in like the single digits, but I do get beat up quite a bit. All right. What else to do? I guess keep exploring and try to stab things with my spear. Hello. One nice thing is you might notice I'm not burdened anymore, and I guess I'm probably faster than when I'm on foot. So that's cool. Let's lance this thing from a distance. The lance hits the giant beetle. Okay, we can keep doing it. Lance misses. Now he's next to me. Can I still lance it? Or I guess I'd probably just stab it the old-fashioned way. Let me see what happens. Oh, it looks like you can only select 2 spaces away. And not diagonally, for that matter. Look at the... Now this game highlights... This is a new thing, I think. It highlights the selectable areas. So I think I cannot, for example, stab here. Yeah. Alright, so let's cancel that and just attack normally. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Triple R asks, what does Beatitude mean anyway? I've always thought of it as BUC status and pronounce it Buck status in my way. Yeah, it's the same thing. The wiki uses the word Beatitude as a way to generalize blessed, uncursed, cursed. But I like that Buck status. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, I like that. It's very awkward when you try to say blessed, cursed, uncursed. So yeah, anything to make that simpler. So Beatitude or Buck. It's all good. All right, I wonder if I could just stab the floating eye from remote, and that seems like wishful thinking. But I'm hoping that won't trigger the paralysis. Now, another thing I'm not sure of is if I do get paralyzed and some other monsters come up to me, will Gizmo, who I'm riding, still be able to fight these monsters, or will he just stand, like, do nothing because I'm riding him? Well, I think I'm going to try. I'm going to be a little brave. Stab it with the lance. Oh, it looks like it's an invalid target. Oh yeah, again, you can't lance diagonally for some reason. That's unintuitive to me. So it'd have to be like where that watchman is standing now. But you also can notice that when I'm riding Gizmo, he's not attacking random watchmen and stuff. I almost feel like he doesn't count. He just kind of enhances me. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't seem like he does his own thing anymore when I'm riding him. Anyway, let's try applying the lance. Lance hits the floating eye. Okay. Hope I don't regret this. Kill the floating eye. Alright, let's eat it. This is an interesting little detail. I cannot eat things that are on the floor while riding. I have to pick it up first, or I guess probably dismount is one option. And that can make a difference if the corpse is very heavy. Black rotten food. Statue of a gnome ruler. Got orc shaman coming. The blue jelly does a lot of cold damage, but I think you can get cold resistance from them as well. Well, let's see what happens if I apply. Again, I'm not really too sure about this mounted combat stuff. I'm assuming it can still do its passive cold effect, but I don't know. I guess if that's true, then the floating eye can probably do its passive paralysis effect too. Let's just see it in action. Like so far, this lancing has not triggered any passive effect. I attacked the blue jelly 3 times, and the floating eye, what, twice? 4 times for the blue jelly now. Oh, now it's next to me. Oh, no, it's not. It's just there's a peaceful watchman in between. I don't know if you can stab past it. I don't know if I want to try. I guess it'll tell me if it's an applicable square, though. It does say I can apply it there, but I'm afraid it's going to say you you stab the watchman or something. So let's just not do that. I can kill the orc shaman first. Yeah. I will eat him. All right. Dan says there's a way to get a shopkeeper to remove your cursed cloak by irritating him, and he grabs your gear. Okay. You don't want to mess with shopkeepers, though. I don't know what that's referring to specifically. I would think he just tries to kill you. Now, there's definitely a covetous property that some monsters have where they try to steal your stuff. But that mostly applies to later in the game, and especially with stuff like the Amulet of Yendor. Like a lot of the demons and stuff, demon lords will try to steal the Amulet of Yendor, as well as the Wizard of Yendor will do that. You have to try to apply this lance again. This blue jelly is taking a lot of lancings. Stab, stab. There we go. Pick it up. Oh, oh, darn it. I didn't think of that. Well, Gizmo considers the blue jelly to be a delicious fruit and or vegetable. So it ate the blue jelly core. Ah, damn you, Gizmo. I can't believe how it ate, like, excuse me, much earlier in the game. It ate the pile of 11 carrots and 11 apples just like that. Oh. Well, I learned a lesson there, though. If you take stuff, says Dan, I guess you'd want to unequivocally import. Yeah, you'd want to get rid of the unimportant stuff. Probably. I don't remember that ever happening. I've seen the covetous enemies again, like the Wizard of Yendor, steal stuff, and demon types. The big demon types. All right, so he ate my potential source of cold resistance. Womp womp. A lot of locked doors. I really could use a means of picking the locks. Dan says in a shop you can throw or drop items or use a wand of digging to have a shopkeeper grab your gear, which you can unequip. Oh, okay. I mean, my recollection of using a wand of digging or digging with a pickaxe is they try to kill you, but I don't know. It might be different by now since last I tried it. It could be they try to grab your digging instrument, such as a pickaxe. To be like, stop that. Hey, give me that. Wow, a lot of locked doors. Should I try making Excalibur again? I think I'm out of line of sight of anybody who can get mad at using the fountain. All right, here we go. Nothing seems to happen. Nothing seems to happen. The flow reduces to a trickle. That means the fountain's getting used up. Oh, man. Oh, shit. They did see me. All right. An urge to take a bath overwhelms you. You lost some of your gold in the fountain. The fountain dries up. You hear the shrill sound of the guards' whistles. All right. This could be the game. All right. Do I want to try to get down the stairs? Did I find the stairs? Did I find the downstairs? The upstairs are on the upper right. That stands to reason that the downstairs are probably around here or here. This is probably a locked store, so I would probably guess here. I'm not sure if that necessarily means they're all going to try to kill me at this point. I guess they are. All right, so here's the thing. I know I'm not going to wiki it, but I think as a lawful guy, I cannot kill humans. It'll be counting as murder. I think it might be okay if they're attacking me anyway. I guess we'll find out. Let's try to lance him from here. Lance misses. Throwing spears at me while I try to lance him. Lance misses. Lance hits. He wields a knife. Come on, I'm just drinking from a fountain. You don't have to kill me over it. Can I just pay you a fee or something for using up your fountain? Lance hits. Lance hits. Lance a miss. He's taking a lot of hits from the Lance. I'm about to be cornered. All right, so now I have to just stab him. Normally, okay. You kill the Watchman, you murder. Yeah, here we go. So I'm losing alignment or whatever the penalty is here. So that stinks. But they're attacking me. Low boost, a bunch of garbage. Yeah, let's it's another gray unicorn. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I want to get out of here, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to kill a lot of them. Gray unicorn vanishes. Okay. Thank you for vanishing. Hello, you're back. Oh god, it's killing me. All right. I could dismount and just try to put the horse between the unicorn and myself. That might be the way to go. It could be my protector. So how do I dismount? Do I hit right again? Let me think of the commands. I need the extended commands. Where are they? Ride. Mount. Man, right is to mount or dismount. So let's do that. Okay, put me on the wrong side of the horse. There we go. Gizmo, take care of that thing. Dan says, reminds me of when it robbed the entire town in Legacy of the Ancients. Yes, once I was strong enough to beat the guards with fireballs. Yeah, or in Ultima games. You can do that in like Ultima 1. I think in Black Silver you can do that too, which is sort of the unofficial sequel to Legacy of the Ancients. Legend of Black Silver, right? Oh, the Red Unicorn vanishes. Gloves here. I already have some leather gloves. I think the Warhorse killed another Watchman, basically, or whatever had this stuff. I need you to be my bodyguard. You hear the chime of a cash for. Oh, here comes the watch captain. Okay, at least I'm not committing the murder here, right? So it's also I'm saving my hide at the same time. Splint mail, silver saber. Ooh. Silver saber is good against demons because silver destroys them, does extra damage. But I'm not sure if I want to train up in saber at all. Could be an option. I mean, I'm probably gonna get Excalibur. I guess if I did want to try to train up in 2-weapon combat, I could do longsword and saber, but I don't know. Seems weird. I don't know why I don't have a real reason for it, but it feels weird. Dan says, remember being surprised when I first went back into town and they remembered me and came after me again. Oh yeah, I think in the early Ultima games you could just leave the town and come back. But in Legacy of the Ancients and Legend of Black Silver, they would remember you. And Gizmo's kicking the crap out of an acid blob. Doing kung fu. Gizmo's splashed by his acid. Let's put on a lamp again. I have a cursed lamp on, but it apparently is lit. Okay, I do have a radius of light around me that I can see. Hello, it looks like the shopkeepers don't care that all the watchmen are after you. It's like, yeah, you want to come and buy? Oh, a key that can use the key to unlock some of these locked doors. Glass orb. Lockpick. I'm not sure what's better, a skeleton key or a lockpick. A lockpick's slightly more expensive. I think last game I was just using a skeleton key for everything. All the keys are skeleton keys in this game, by the way. But I wonder why it's cheaper. I wonder if the lock like weigh a hair less or something, maybe. Oh, the lock should be able to actually lock doors too instead of just unlock them. So you would think the key is better. Good times being digitally bad. It always felt like super intense to me in those games, like like a very exciting moment. Like, oh no, all the guards are coming after me. All right, this large box is locked. If only, if only there were a key around. Just buy one of the keys, I guess. So cheap. Can this Gizmo? Can you pick up the large chest? It might be too heavy with all the stuff it has in it. What time are we at? Oh, it's midnight in the real world. I might have to wrap it up soon. I'll go on to. I always say I'm gonna end it at like 12:15 or something, and then I go on to later. I should probably really do that though. I often have some pain the next morning. But yeah, I guess I could try unlocking the box. I don't think he'll get mad at that, will he? I guess we'll find out. Okay, unlock the box. I can see what's in it. Okay, an unknown scroll. Now you can price identify these things. And that's when you can tell what, for example, the scroll does based on the price. Without the wiki, it's harder, but I intuitively know that, first of all, I'm getting a big discount. I want to say maybe about 50-ish% off because of my charisma. So it's assumed I'm like haggling or I'm just charming or something. So I get a good deal. But that 13 Zorkovids reeks of the really cheap scrolls. There's like a set of them. One of them is identify. And that's actually good. So I often like kind of seek out those really cheap ones because I'm like, oh, it could be identify. Although it could also be something crappy like light. So anyway, long story short, I think I want to grab them all, I guess. This is new. They have an option for drop what type of items you just picked up. That kind of makes it easier to like move something around. I just pick up something. Interesting. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Now, in this case, I could have also selected unpaid items, but yeah, I like that a lot. It's a cool little quality of life improvement. Okay, let's see if you'll steal the scroll from me. Oh, I dropped the cloudy potion. Okay. Drops a key. Don't put everything in the pile there. I mean, I could just afford to buy some of these things. Oh, hello. Okay. This is one of the banes of, oh, giant beetle, not soldier ant. Okay. I was going to say the banes of low-level characters are the soldier ants that come in a swarm and mess you up. All right, so I can't wield the lance properly when I'm not mounted. That's why it says you begin bashing monsters with your lance. So I should switch to the longsword for one thing. Now, as long as I have unpaid items in my inventory, the shopkeeper will stand in the doorway here, and therefore that green watch captain guy cannot get in. For doors in the game, the way this game works, this is a minor detail that you might not have noticed. For doorways, this is a door right here. You can't travel diagonally like that. Only through doors. You can't do that. If there's not a door, you can go diagonally. But you can attack diagonally. So I could actually stand here and attack diagonally if somebody's there. And then step away if he starts beating me up too much. And then he won't be able to follow me through. So this is actually a trick you can use to heal up or just delay a combat or something. You pick up something unpaid. The shopkeeper stands in the way. I got bitten, so I can back up and heal. Oh, well, yeah, that's one thing they can do though. They can shoot arrows at you. He actually hit the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper won't get mad at him though, because he's an NPC. You're just like, I don't know. And these guys don't like coordinate anyway. Like, you know, in real life, if the cops are coming in and they say, you know, this coming, you know, they go to the shopkeepers and they say, you know, this guy's a shoplifter. Let me get him. The shopkeeper's not going to just stand there in the way. And if they get shot with the cop's gun, they're not gonna just stand there and go, oh well. It's almost like that. I guess it's strictly realistic. Imagine that. This giant beetle. What the heck? I've never had this. I probably have. I'm just spoiled by my last character, but I feel like I've never had this much trouble with a giant beetle. It was just tearing me apart with such a few number of attacks too. Now I could drop junk to get unburdened like before. I got to be careful in the shop. I think it's fine. You'll get prompted, did you want to sell this? And if you hit no, it'll be something you can pick up again without a problem. You won't have to pay for it, in other words. And now I'm starting to get hungry because I'm wasting all this time. At least I have all this delicious food at this point. All this beautiful food. Pancake, food ration, lemon. Yeah, you know, this can go pretty fast, though. It looks great, but cram ration is good. This is worth practically no nutrition. It's mostly an anti-stoning measure. Slime mold doesn't offer much. Tripe ration I can't eat. I'll vomit. I think you vomit from that. Lemon's wafer is really good. Food ration is really good. And a pancake is eh. Basically, I feel like I have 3 solid foods. 1, 2, 3. It's still pretty good, but not. I don't have like this huge stack as it may sort of look like at first glance. On that note, I might as well eat something if I'm hungry. Let's start with the food ration. Oh, that hits the spot. Woodland elf. Oh, it's not a watch captain or anything. It's a woodland elf. That stabbing was pretty nasty with the short sword. Yeah, I was getting beat up so much. Go get him, Gizmo. Why don't you fight them? Oh yeah, I can't stand here or the arrows get shot at me. Ugh. I could try some of the equipment in here. Like I could pay for the scroll and see if it's the identify I'm hoping for. I think, however, this might be a good thing. I think the destroy armor is also quite a cheap scroll. So I'm thinking, again, I don't have the true reference that is the wiki, but it's probably something like light, destroy armor, identify. Why don't I just try it? Now, I want to pay for only this scroll and not the key. I'm using the key to keep the shopkeeper as a blocker. Let's take off some of these armor again, and now I will try reading it, and we'll see what happens. Is there anything I want to identify? Yeah, some wands or something maybe. Let's see what it does. It is identify. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll start with the aluminum wand. I don't know, the gems can be good to identify. Do I want to start with those though? I'll start with the wand. Generally, the gems that you have larger stacks of are more likely to be worthless glass, especially early on. So I would suspect basically everything that I have a plural of is more likely to be glass. Let's start with the others. Go like that. All right, so all I got was the wand identified. You don't know how many objects will be identified. It's random, but I know that the wand is now. I know that the wand is a wand of undead turning. Which I guess as a weakling, it might be good to have that. Generally, I'm kind of mad about that. Your lamp flicker. And why do I have this lamp on all this time, honestly? But I do have 2 backups, I believe, right? No, just one. Yeah, the one that I have that's not being used is blessed. So there's that. Snake. Everything's just tearing into me so much. I know part of it is this burden thing. They're getting multiple attacks. I guess I should just drop junk and make sure I don't sell it. All right, so I mean, gotta be careful with my commands here. I guess worst case, I can just have my horse steal things again. I want to keep at least one good food on my person. Let's keep the Lembus. I'll keep the healing on me. I can drop the clear potion. I guess drop object detection. The unknown ring. It would be good to know what that is, by the way. Let's see if that's enough. I feel like maybe not. I don't really care about these candles. And I'm dropping them. Okay, he doesn't want to buy any of these things anyway, so I don't have to worry about accidentally selling it. Because we're in a specialized shop, not a general. This is a tool shop. So he'll only buy tools. All right, so now I'm not burdened. So I'm going to rest up a little more. Try to pick off these guys one by one while not burdened. The interesting thing is, as much as my horse likes to fight, for whatever reason in this scenario, he doesn't like to fight. I think he's distracted by picking up and dropping objects repeatedly. Or maybe it's something about he doesn't like to attack diagonally where the door is. I don't know what the deal is. But he's not getting involved. I mean, I could try to ride him again. He's not going to get involved anyway. I'm assuming my lance is probably more, while I'm riding the horse, is more powerful than the very rusty longsword. Yeah, so let me try that. I'm going to heal up fully and then do it. Again, though, because I am, I don't have a saddle, I think there's a pretty good chance I can just fall and take damage. But I shouldn't die from it. Given that I have 48 hit points, I hope. All right, so let's do that. Here we go, riding. You mount Gizmo, hooray. Now, eventually I should be able to level up my riding skill as well, which will translate into, I guess, better combat and maybe faster movement. Okay, so I guess I want to wield the lance, or how does this work? Oh, I guess you don't... Oh, I dropped the lance. That's a problem. Okay. All right, I guess let's stabby, stabby, stabby. I can't do the 2 square away stabby if I'm keeping the shopkeeper in there. It's a giant beetle, miss. Beetle bites. God, so much damage. Gizmo's biting at the same time. That's cool. I don't think I noticed that before. So he's actually fighting now as well. God, gotta step back. Giant beetle knocked me down to 5 hit points. What the hell, man? Oh, I didn't have these things on, so that's bad. These armor, I forgot to put them back on. But that's, yeah. It's tempting to say just use the healing potions, but the problem is you have to take advantage of these situations where you can just waste turns and rest up to heal. It's just kind of important to do that. Now, the only thing stopping me is food, really. So, I could run out of food. Oh, cool. I got some strength. Yeah, you feel strong. You've been exercising diligently. You feel agile. You must have been working on your reflexes, and you feel tough again. So, right, strength 15, dexterity 11, constitution 4. Those were 14, 8, and I believe 10 respectively starting the game. Unfortunate that I did lose that wisdom point before, but ultimately I'm training up pretty good. I'm not sure exactly what gave me the strength. It might have just been combat. I'm not sure if riding helps at all with any of these. I mean, both strength and dexterity boost should help my combat. I don't know if a bump from 10 to 11 in dexterity makes a difference at all necessarily, but generally those 2 stats help you fight. I'm wasting a lot of turns. I'm trying the repeated thing now, where I'm just saying and 55, meaning search 55 times or until interrupted. But the problem is they keep interrupting. But now I'm in full health. I guess I'll try to fight a little more. At whatever comes at me. A rat. The rat had a potion of healing. Okay. You joust the jackal. Wasn't saying you joust before, but now it is. I wonder why. I'm not sure I wielded the lance last time I rode. I thought of it this time, but I don't know if I did before. I was just applying it when 2 spaces away. Anyway, I guess jousting is probably a better attack. But I'm not sure exactly. Okay, let's see if I can take out this stupid beetle. That's my bane. Yay, I killed it. Bane of my existence somehow. Here is the woodland elf. Also a bane of my existence. But look, they also attack the mount sometimes. Look at that. Woodland elf hits Gizmo. Hits me that time. Down to 6 HP. God. At least I'm training up my constitution pretty good this way. As we've seen. I'm just doing the repeated searching again to make it go a little bit faster. You can see I'm already up to 30 HP when I was at, what was I, like at 7 before or something? Bugbear. Crossbow is welded to its hand. You see the centipede hide under a corpse. Right, we're fully healed again. Take that centipede. Now I'm getting hungry from all these turns I'm wasting. You kill the centipede with your jousting technique. Giant beetle is killed. All right. Here's the stupid elf again. Get out of here, elf. We hate you. Gizmo bites the elf. Yeah, bite it. Yeah, we killed that mofo. Do I want to move on now? I'm gonna peek my nose out. Okay, can I leave now? Sir, I dropped all the unpaid things. Didn't I? Oh, somebody's shooting a crossbow bullet. Ogumuk, whatever his name is. I think it might be the bugbear that wielded a cursed crossbow. Oh, what have we here? Black pudding? Gray ooze. I always get all these oozes and blobs mixed up, but I think this one will corrode. Not rust, but corrode. Like leather and such. Organic material. So, yeah, I think my lance is lance metal? Probably. Corrosion. I'm not sure what can get corroded. Let's see, there's rust, corrosion, burnt. Let's mess with it a little bit. Okay, so it actually rusts. Your leather cloak is not affected by oxidation, but my lance, assuming it's metal, could. So that's not great, and I don't want to mess with that haphazardly. I can take off metal stuff and punch it. While hopefully my my horse will bite it too. All right, so it oxidizes. Right? It clearly said that. All right, so let's take off the metal stuff that's touchable. So small shield is wooden, I believe, all the time. Leather gloves are leather. Leather cloak is leather. Take off the iron helm and the iron shoes. And I'll unwield whatever. Yeah, mostly I'm just hoping my my horse will bite it a lot, but I could just punch it. Just going back to back. All right, I killed it. Yay! Put back on the metal stuff. Wield the lance again, and then take out this sewer wretch. Okay, now I still don't understand why I'm being blocked. Either I didn't pay for another object and I'm missing it, or he doesn't let me move because I'm mounted. He didn't let me into the store mounted. He said I don't owe him anything, so it must be the mounting. I'm in a dust vortex at this point. I'm weak with hunger. Hunger. I am not mounted anymore though, because it got absorbed by that thing. You get expelled. Engulfs me again. Great. All right, let's apply the unicorn horn first. I want to see. Nothing happens. You can see again. All right, so the pony's right below me. I need to eat, but nobody's blocking the door anymore. I could pick up an object again just to get the shopkeeper over there. All right. Why isn't he blocking the... Did I not pick it up? Oh, I turned off... Hold on, I put on auto pickup, but it didn't pick up the for sale key when I did that. I don't understand. I don't know. There, now I picked it up. I gotta eat something. Let's do it. Eat lembas wafer. It's delicious. I am burdened again, by the way. This is my junk. I guess I'm gonna pick up all my junk and just mount him again. Hopefully I don't fall once again. So far, so good with that. Mount Gizmo. Oh yeah. Again, he just doesn't seem to let me leave while mounted. Yeah, so... Oh. What is this, a Jaguar or something? Jaguar, okay. Let's lance it if we can. Joust. Get back here, you chicken. All right, I killed it. I guess I'll dismount. And then I can eat that delicious Jaguar too. Cloudy potion here. Oh, I had auto pick up on. Okay. Let's eat the Jaguar first thing. Okay. So what junk did I pick up that I don't want actually? Knives, short sword, elven arrow. For starters, random helmet. I can check the buck status of that, let's say. As well as for this other random junk, random armor. Sometimes you just luck out and get a good plus to some random object. I don't know. Hello, floating eye. Come over here. There's a potion of healing. Oh, a pair of jungle boots could be something special. Elven mithril coat. Okay. It's not as good as dwarven. Don't tell the elves that. They get jealous when they hear that. I shouldn't wander off without my pony. He's my savior. Why is he stuck here, though? Why isn't he coming? It could be there's cursed stuff here, and he doesn't like that. Somebody's firing crossbows past this floating eye and hitting me, or almost hitting me. It's that bugbear with the cursed one. Right. Wield the longsword. I gotta remember to do that when I dismount. I mean, this thing's swinging a crossbow at me, so I'm in a I'm in a better place than him. Okay, turns to flee. Get back here. Ah, I forgot it's part of the knight's like code of honor that he cannot attack a fleeing enemy. So I said, "You caitiff." And I think that's just again a luck and or alignment penalty I'm gonna have to overcome. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm too honorable. Not like my last guy, the chaotic wizard. He had no honor. He was just a jerk. Anyway, Gizmo, are you gonna come out of that store? Yeah, so he's reluctant to step on this cursed junk. I can only imagine. Now, what do I do with these floating eyes? They're blocking the way. Maybe I can lance them if I mount. let's ride Gizmo again. Yeah, that's the thing though. I can't do the lancing because you can only do it 2 spaces away, and the shopkeeper stands in the way every time I ride. I guess if I just stab the eyes right here, it's not that bad. Because if I get paralyzed, nobody can hurt me. Actually, that might not be true. I feel like this doesn't tend to happen, but I think you can. I don't know if this happens. What I'm thinking is, can you kill that floating eye, and then as part of that passive attack, when you hit it, you get paralyzed? I feel like if you kill it, that doesn't ever activate. It may also be possible you could hit it, get paralyzed, and you don't kill it, and then it might wander off, and then another monster would step in its place and kill me. I mean, I could just resort to Fire Wand or whatever. I'm going to be reckless and stab it. Okay, I got frozen. My lamp has gone out, so it's worthless. Cursed lamp. He wants to give me 5 gold for it. Sure. My out of oil cursed lamp. He'll actually pay for. This is probably not great to be stabbing. I'm actually riding and burdened right now. That must be yeah, I'm carrying a ton of junk, but I want to carry some of this stuff over to the altar to see their buck status. Something like a pair of jungle boots. That's one of the boots that can potentially have, be something like, I don't know, boost of speed or something magical. But what do I do for now? Let's stab it again. I'm frozen again. How many turns am I wasting every time I'm frozen as well? That's something to consider. I'm gonna look next time. I'm at 7,007. Oh, it's like over 100 turns. That's not great. But I gain another constitution from getting beat up so much again. Yeah, I don't want to waste so many turns. That's a lot. Now you can see why, new players will often get killed by floating eyes. If you just attack one blindly and you don't have a pet around, you can lose. What do we lose here? 100 and something like 124 turns. And if you have nobody watching your back, i.e., a pet, it's very easy to die. Nobody who's like a level 1 character can survive 100 turns of a monster beating them up. Anyway, this isn't really working though. I guess I'll dismount again and try to get the Gizmo to just beat up the eye. I don't know. But he always gets this. Oh my goodness, he's attacking the shopkeeper? Why is he doing that? They're hitting each other. All right, well, go for it, I guess, guy. Come on, Gizmo, kill it. kill the eyeball, please. Gizmo's frozen by the floating eye's gaze. Okay, well, at least the eye's out of the way now. I think there's another one though. Yeah, here it is. Arg. And I think I need to move some of this junk just so it'll some of this is cursed, and we need to get it out of the way so that Gizmo won't be reluctant to step over it. Now, a nice interface thing I showed earlier, I can't carry it all. But a nice interface thing is that you can do items you picked up here as a category, and I can drop those things. Items you picked up recently. Get a few more, I guess. I'm doing 2 at a time, which is kind of lame, but... Oh, well, now the floating eye is in the way. Okay. Well, now what? It is hit. It is hit. It is destroyed. Crossbow misses. Gizmo. Something just fired a crossbow this way and killed the floating eye in the process. All right, thank you, guy. Oh, it's a stupid gnome, I guess. Gnome Lord. I call stupid, but he's giving me a hard time. Jeez, everybody's giving me a hard time. Now we have an acid blob who can corrode stuff. These enemies are non-stop. I'm like trapped in this store forever. Okay, can I ride the paralyzed Gizmo? Probably not. Take that, you iguana. Yeah, I leveled up to level 7 and I got an intrinsic, I guess that's speed. It says you feel quick. Cool. That's actually quite nice. I'll take this spear that's no charge. Trying to get this junk out of the way. Gotta be careful with that gray stone. Hello, Hobbit. I will eat you, Hobbit. The Hobbit corpse is stringy. How strange. Junk, junk. A lot of stuff I have is junk. But I really just want to get the buck stats, and I really want to have the pony with me, because I've seen it save my hide 100 times already. I just don't want to risk going out. Come on, pony. Are you... I don't know. You have a whistle. Is that going to help at all, though? Let's turn on the lamp for starters. What can I do with this freaking... I'll just throw daggers at this blob. I don't care if they corrode that much. They aren't corroding. Dagger corrodes that time. It's always good to have garbage to throw around. Usually it's daggers. Kill the acid blob, thank you. Acid blob corpse. Nah, I don't need that. Okay, the pony is unparalyzed. Let's try to get more junk out of the way. You want to come out now? It doesn't want to come out. Gotta be cursed stuff here. The gray stone is always a candidate for a lodestone, so I'm hesitant to pick that up. I gotta stash some crap. Let me just drop some stuff that I want to get buck status or things I care about a little bit less. It's my little temporary stash. All right, now drop recently picked up stuff here. That. I wouldn't mind checking out some of these other things too. I'll put them in this stash. Shields and shoes and whatnot. All right. Hey, he came out. Yay. Eats a shrieker corpse because it's basically a delicious mushroom. A screaming mushroom. All right, let's head over to the altar and hopefully we can get some of this stuff checked out. Can't carry more junk. Just go with what we got. Come on, Mr. Pony. Mr. Red. Who are you fighting over there? Oh, the floating. Oh, no, you got paralyzed again, didn't you? Okay, I gotta kill it with the daggers. I guess I should quiver the daggers. Okay. Did not kill it yet. I hit it a lot of times, but did not deal enough damage. And whatever daggers are left are on the same square as the floating eye, so I have to wait for it to float over. There we go. Miss. Hit. 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 Okay. Load again, please. Hit. 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 And here comes a dog. I'm just gonna kill you, dog. I'm sorry. Do we have the longsword? Yep. Christ. Yeah, he killed it. And fortunately did not get frozen again. There's a dwarf lord. He's peaceful. Don't kill it. All right. Fine, kill it if you want. Another dagger. I could use that. Getting hungry. All right, let's check out the buck status, guys. Buck status. All this junk. Oh, the iron shoes are amber. Jungle boots are black. So they're probably like boots of fumbling or something bad like that. Okay. So one way to do that is call it probably bad as a category. Name, type of object, probably bad. If it generated cursed, it's probably bad. That's the logic. I don't know how many bad kinds of boots there are, though. I think it might just be fumbling. Or oh, there's actually levitation boots sometimes come out cursed, I believe, just because it's such a pain if you can't take them off. So they're generally a good thing, but it's bad in that case. If it's cursed, it's bad. Uh-oh. Attacking this priest. You know, if Gizmo kills this priest, I don't have to worry about pissing him off, so I can then convert the altar to my god and reconcile for all my bad deeds. Should I try the random potion? I might just do it. Let's try these blessed iron shoes, though. Now the priest keeps casting healing on himself, you can see. Hope the horse doesn't get killed. Okay, I'm going to try taking off my +0 pair of iron shoes and try on the blessed one, which are also +0, but hey, they're blessed now, so I guess it's incrementally better. I was hoping the blessed would be a sign that it was like a +1 or whatever, but I guess not. Okay, where am I here? Excuse me, a lot of junk here that's just uncursed. I get the cloudy potion. Yeah, let me just try the cloudy potion because why not? Great, I am hallucinating. Everything looks so cosmic, man. So everything gets scrambled. The air crackles around the poobah of coast. So yeah, so I'm seeing seeing the priest as something else entirely. I think the unicorn horn can save me from this, unless they nerfed that it affects hallucination. You know what I'm remembering? I think I'm remembering now. The nerfing is that it does not restore abilities that are lost. So I lost 1 point of wisdom and it will not restore that. That's the nerfing that unicorn horns have. But it should, I believe, cancel hallucination if I try enough. But that reminds me, if I do find a potion of restorability, it will restore my wisdom back up to 17. So that's something I can still recover from. It's just the unicorn horn won't do that. Cool, it did recover. Did cancel my hallucination status at least. That's good. All right, I should grab one of these keys probably. I want to have one. Do I want the silver saber? I don't know. I think I'm gonna just leave it. Like, sure, it's good against demons late game, but I don't think I'm gonna be leveling up skill in that or anything. Is there more junk to check out? There might be. Oh yeah, let's let them fight. Are you gonna? I'm not sure if this is wise, but you know they don't seem to want to fight anymore. I don't know why they were fighting. Honestly, though, that healing spell that they cast, that priest might be able to cast that pretty much indefinitely, like faster than the horse can hurt him. But he doesn't seem to want to fight anymore. I don't know why. Guess I should eat something. I'm starting to get low on food because I'm going to eat my cram ration And I don't think I have any other good sources of food. I have kind of crappy ones. I might have... Did I drop something back there? I don't know. I think the watchmen and stuff are no longer after me, or I killed them all. I wanted to get these. God, I hate all this cursed nonsense. Can I might want to consider just praying to uncurse this leather cloak, and then I can get rid of that. I can upgrade the ring mail to the dwarven mithril. I'll have a better time overall. I can replace the cloak with something not crappy. On the other hand, praying might save my hide, especially since I'm getting low on food again. Ah. Was there any other food I left around? I think not, actually. I think I'm gonna not pray. I want to check out this gray stone. I'm gonna try kicking it, and if it moves, I will pick it up, I guess. If it doesn't move, it's a lodestone. All right. Uh-oh, here come fire ants. This could actually be quite dangerous. All right, let's drop enough stuff to not be encumbered. Do I want to mount? I guess one thing at a time. Detection can go, clear potion can go. I could pray on the altar and get the clear potion to be blessed and try to recover my from the cursing. I don't know. Not entirely sure if you can do both at once, honestly. Dropping a whole lot of junk I don't care about in this moment. With a horde of fire ants coming at me. I guess I could use the looking glass if I get in a jam. Actually, I might as well just use it right now. Let's try it. I'm still burdened though, unfortunately. Looking glass. It's frightened by its reflection. Yeah, that's actually quite a good trick. So I guess if I want to ride, I should just do it now, though. Let's do it. All right, I'm unencumbered. Should have wielded the lance. Let's do it now, though. I'm on fire. Great. What can I do about being on fire? Actually, I don't think it's a status that persists. I think it's just damage and possibly losing things to fire damage. All right, let's eat the fire ant corpse, I guess. Do you get fire resistance from them? You might. It's fatty. You would think the ants would be like crunchy or something. But it's fatty, apparently. Here's all my junk. Check if the gray stone has any buck status. Guess not. All right, I think I have to get on the hunt for food again, unfortunately. I'm gonna try to wrap up. I guess I can, there's a delicatessen place here. Did I leave any food there? It looks like at least one thing of food is left there. So I guess I need to dismount. Oh, is there nothing there actually? Jeez. Yep, there's nothing there anymore. All right. Let's try checking out some of these locked doors. Maybe there's something we can do with that. Dan asks, have you played the knight character before? I have, yeah. But I never really got super the hang of writing and stuff like that. Nor did I ever have a promising ascension run. Basically, I sucked with the knight in the past. Okay. Gnomish wizard is killed. Here comes a lizard. You feel less concerned about becoming petrified. That's a new hint, I think. Because the lizard corpse cures petrification, but there's no way you would know that unless you read the wiki. So I guess this is just a tip. That's pretty cool. Well, it might be one of those tips you can also learn from like a fortune cookie or a trip to the Oracle without the wiki. Anyway, what do I want to do here? I guess I want to keep exploring these locked stores, or I guess they're not all stores, as we just saw. Another lizard? Okay. Oh, look at that. It's actually telling me a sort of a status began, and then it stopped. So I was protected from petrification for a short number of turns. So you could actually eat it before a fight with, say, a cockatrice, or even perhaps Medusa. But this is actually a nice quality of life thing right here. I have the key, and usually I have to kind of awkwardly hit A to apply the key, fumble for which, letter represents that key in my inventory, select it, open the door. But now I can just bump into the unlocked door, and it prompts me if I want to unlock with the key. That's pretty neat. Hit the gnome. Take that, you gnomes. I guess all these locked doors just seem to be crap so far. This is definitely a different mine town. They changed the layout quite a bit, and it's not as good, honestly. I feel like blindfold. Yeah, that's good to have. Oh, we found the stairs down. Oh, owlbear. Okay. Are you squeezing Gizmo? Damn owlbear. Hey there, Verdant Sun. Any noticeable changes? He asked. Any nurse? This level looks very different. This is Minetown right here. I was just saying how cool it was that I could bump into a door and get prompted to use the key. There's a tutorial at the very beginning that I played through. Just tiny details I'm noticing. Like when I ate a lizard corpse, it said that I had it gave me a special message telling me, this was just a moment ago. It might, no, I can't see it here. But it told me, you feel like you can resist petrification now or something like that. And then it told me you feel that effect wearing off, like something like 20 turns later. Um, yeah, just overall little details I'm noticing here and there, but nothing hugely major. There was actually a very cool quality of life thing where if you do drop a category, like this screen here, there's one option for things you just picked up, which that can be so handy, I'm finding already. Like, you want to move some crap out of the way, the big pile of junk. You can pick it all up, step to the new place you want to go to, and then you just choose this category here of stuff that you just picked up. So you don't have to like eyeball everything in your inventory and go, okay, that's the thing I just picked up, that thing. It's very nice. It's a minor detail that doesn't seem that great, but like, I don't know. It's hard to explain how cool it is, but to me, I'm like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's right. Tripwire. It gives you a window of protection apparently from petrification. Does it do that for anything acidic? Not that I don't know. What is there anything that protects you from acidic from acid? I'm not aware of such a thing. Owl bear. And it tells you now like little details like so there's a lot of minor messages that don't really matter to me, but I can imagine they could be helpful to a newbie like this one here. It might not be clear to a newbie, why can't I move through this doorway? Like, what the heck is this? Um, so yeah, I think there's a lot of things to help the newbies, and I think they're good things. They're not like just make the game easier and make all the veterans mad. No, no veteran should get mad by that message, for example. I mean, that said, there are some things veterans are getting mad about. Iron Piercer corpse. I think that just did that just die? I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to risk it. I think it did. This dwarf just died. Corroded pair of shoes. A general store. Okay. I gotta get this Excalibur. This is too much, or at least do something about this longsword. So I'm playing this, by the way, Verdant Sun, as a no-wiki run. I'm not using the wiki at all. So I'm already spoiled by the wiki, but you know, it already feels a lot harder and faster going, perhaps, because I'm not always looking up every message and stuff. It's kind of liberating in a way. Like, I just simply can't check all my you know, for every little concern, review it in the wiki. But Tripwire says, I read at some point that any acidic corpse can work against petrification. Oh, is that right? Even a potion of acid. Okay. I feel like that rings a slight bell, but yeah, oh, that's cool. Thing is, I never actually get petrified by a cockatrice corpse. I know it says you're slowing down. I can't remember the last time that happened to me, if it ever did. Somehow I always go, oh, cockatrice, and I handle them just fine. But I have died from Medusa before, and that's not like a thing where you have multiple turns. You just turn you to stone. You're done. At least that's my experience. Here's an orange potion here. What else we got in this general store? Wooden shield. Oh, that's interesting. So the small shields, are they not always necessarily wooden then? This is like a new thing, a wooden shield. I know if you look it up in the wiki, which I won't do, small shield would say material wooden. So maybe it's just like a larger wooden shield. A pair of leather gloves. Okay. That would be nothing special. Stop attacking this innocent dwarf. Oh no, too late. It's dead. Well, there's a mithril code I could try. Oh, I was gonna say if I prayed to get the stupid cursed cloak off, maybe I should just do it. No, wait, I've been I don't know if it's safe for me because I've been doing stupid things like attacking a fleeing opponent, unfortunately, and whatnot. But I should probably really wrap up this stream. Unfortunately, it is almost 1 o'clock here. And Verdant Sun says, is there prompts for putting certain items into bags or removing levitation over water? I don't think there's... I feel like they're trying to avoid things that seem too spoilery. So I think probably not. But they do have prompts for if you're going to move into a pool of water or lava, and that's demonstrated in the tutorial. You have to press the M key first to like sort of force yourself to walk into the lava. I feel like that's a good way to do it. Like, if your character should have you know, any kind of survival instinct, he's not going to walk into molten lava. So there should be a prompt for that. But you know, your character wouldn't necessarily know the esoteric knowledge about putting cancellation wands into a bag of holding. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely screw up with Cockatrice Corpse. Somehow I'm probably going to die from it now because I'm sounding too overconfident. But you know, I know there's always this sort of meta discussion about how careful you have to be with them, and I just never die by them. But that said, I also don't do the wield the rubber chicken thing much because I, you know, wield them and smack enemies because I get kind of too cautious about it. So occasionally I'll do it. But you know, when I see a little yellow lowercase c, I get like, all right, I gotta get ready for this. It could try, you know, it could turn me to stone, but it never happens to me. They're usually so slow by the time you find them, and relative to you, and they, you know, you can always just shoot them, or even if you have to melee them. Usually you're strong enough by the time you find them to make short work of them. Anyway, So there's plenty of food here, which is nice. So let's rob the store a bit. I can drop some junk too. Sell some stuff in the store. What don't I want? I don't want a dart. Oh, Tripwire died by falling on the corpse in a pit. Yeah. That stuff could happen. I mean, I could see myself making that error. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to happen generally for me, though. But I'm probably just totally jinxing myself now. I'm going to totally die the stupidest conceivable way later on by farting on a cockroach. I don't know. All right, let's get some stuff. Let's get some robbery going here. Steps reluctantly onto an orange potion, which is interesting. So it's cursed. I would like that cram ration if you'll steal it from me. Oh, scroll of identify. I might just buy that. Only 13. I want to identify. What do I identify most? Like the ring would be good to know. These gems. Yeah, let's just should I go with a gem? I was hoping to have a lot of money for this very level, but it's turning out I don't really care that much anymore. So I'll just try to identify the ring for starters. An uncursed -3 ring of increased damage. Okay, let's sell that one. It's worth 75 bucks. Not even a heroic death, says Tripwire. Yes, that's totally not a heroic death. All right, let's see what this emerald potion is. I could have identified that, but steal it for me, horsey. Do I owe payment? Why is he blocking me? Oh, I didn't pay for the scroll of identify. Okay, now I did. Can we get this iron pierced corpse out of the way? Nobody wants that. I'll drop it in the corner. Hello, giant spider. They are poisonous, I believe. I will sell it. Here, you want to buy this, right? 19 gold for it. This must be my charisma in action, my 18 charisma. Either that or they changed something in 5.0, but I always found that all corpses would be sold for exactly 2 gold pieces in the past. Dying walking into lava. I often have a problem of walking into water, and I never die from it, but I sometimes get a lot of objects ruined that it's very heartbreaking. So I'm kind of glad they have that check at least. A wooden shield. Now I don't know. I kind of just talked about this, but I don't really know what a wooden shield does. It might be worth trying on. Okay, let's get some of the total garbage out of the way. It makes it harder for your pet to steal good stuff if there's junk in the way. So I have to just picked up. I'm using that nice feature again. Get this dart out of the way. What is this ring? Oh yes, the garbage -3 ring of increased damage. How horrible. Alright, thanks for the potion of healing. 5 potions. You know, I could actually use them more often rather than always waiting. To me, they're just better when you're in the thick of combat and you can't really escape. If I have a way to escape, I try to do that and just rest up to heal, unless I am starving or at risk of starving. We'll get these piles of garbage also out of the way. Giant spider corpse, pair of leather gloves. And Tripwire says, I loved that character. Before I lost him, I had gotten intrinsic teleportitis and teleport control and was loving it. Abusing the hell of at-will teleportation with control too. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I had that with my wizard. I just finished a run, which was my second time ascending in the game a couple of weeks ago. It was a wizard character. It's very satisfying. Please steal me some good stuff. Yeah, give me the food, please. Cram ration, I'll take that. Okay, wooden shield, let's try it. I'm gonna see if this is blessed, uncursed. Check the buck. Oh, green elf is mad at me. All right. Stuck in a spider web now. Haha. Let's ride. Where'd he go? Now I will wield the lance and stab him while he's stuck in the web from afar. So last attack was testing a theory. I can attack the green elf from 2 spaces away with the lance, even though the dog is between us. But I do have to deal with this dog. I could just throw it a tripe ration and make him mine. Yeah, I'll do that. You're my pet now. Here you go. Woof woof. The dog seems more amiable. That's a new message. Now the dog is helping me kill the green elf too. Woohoo. Lance hits the green elf. Kill the green elf. Hooray. Yeah, I'll stumble into the web. You lead poor Gizmo into a spider web. Oh no, poor Gizmo. Can he handle it? When I try to dismount, somehow I always mess up and I enter an errant command. Can I untrap a spider web? No, I don't know. Elven dagger. You can name an elven dagger Sting if you want. It becomes Sting. Yeah, I agree, Verdant's son. The next character, when you get the ball rolling, will quickly help forget previous potential characters. That's how it works for me, too. Yeah, let's check this wooden shield, which I think is a new object entirely. First, let's check if it's cursed or whatnot, then I can try it on. It's not cursed. Let's take off the small shield and take note of my armor class, which is 0. Now it's 1. Let's put on the wooden shield. Okay, same difference basically. Trying to understand what the difference even is, because again, in the material of the small shield is defined as wooden, or at least it was last time I looked, which the wiki stated it. I don't know. Maybe I'll just stick with my small shield. I like the making up stupid reason. When it says wooden, it feels like something an elf would use. Or like somebody who's trying to avoid metal. I don't know. Maybe the small shield is metal now. I'm just kind of... I don't always make sense when it gets late at night and I'm still streaming. I tend to spout nonsense, so don't mind me too much. Christ, I can't kill a giant ant. All right. Yeah, I really gotta do something about this sword. I just keep saying that, but I don't know what to do. Pair of high boots. I'd be dead many times over by now if it weren't for Gizmo the warhorse here. The high boots are cursed. Black flash. I won't try them on. Oh, good, a new pony. All right, I think I gotta wrap this up. It's after 1 o'clock. I'm having fun. Uh-oh. Well, before that happens, I should probably resolve this upcoming killer bee fight, because that could do me in. There's no point in pretending I'm going to resume next time if I die. But let's see if we can win it. Let's drop all the crap. See if I can get in that state of being not burdened again, which I'm always trying to get into. Do I want to drop the daggers? That could help a lot. I think I might keep the lance so I can ride. I'll drop the daggers. Drop the Hawaiian shirt. Drop the dwarfish cloak. Drop some food. Drop object detection. I'll drop. It's good to have healing potions, but they were so heavy. Maybe I'll just drop 2 healing potions. Drop wand of probing. Drop wand of undead turning. Drop wand of light. I might want to do make invisible at myself. Drop some candles. Looking glass is good to have. I'll drop all the gems. I'm not burdened anymore. That's good. Where is the pony, though? Not next to me, so I cannot mount him right now. Let's start with the looking glass. I'll scare it away. Killer bee is frightened by its reflection. Okay, let's ride. We ride. Wield the lance. Da, 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 da. Apply the lance 2 spaces away. Take that, killer bee. Lance misses. Now it's next to me. I have to fight it. More normally, I joust it and kill it. Apply. Stab it and I missed. Fight it normally. Oh boy. Now you can't do the apply 2 space away thing diagonally for some reason. I don't really understand the reason there. Keep missing it with the lance, unfortunately. Okay, we killed it. Gizmo delivered the final blow as usual. I'm able to outpace these bees, which is great. I can step away until I'm 2 spaces away. Like so. Cool, I killed that one. There's another one. Missed again. Too close. Missed again. You kill the killer bee. This is actually one neat effect, Virgin Sun. Anytime you do like, I'm not sure what the category how to describe the general thing, but when you do like the lance attack mounted, you can attack 2 spaces away. If you jump at the night, you can make that L-shaped jumped. It'll highlight the acceptable spaces that you can target. So that's really cool, I think. It's just a nice user interface tweak. So when I do the mounted attack with the lance, it'll highlight in blue the allowable locations, like this one, this one, this one. So that's pretty cool, I think. Oh, do I want the woodnymph to try to steal my leather cloak? Can I make that happen? I will try to make that happen, but I'm gonna toss my I'm gonna toss something far away. I'm gonna actually throw. This might not work the way I'm hoping, but let's try it. I'm gonna throw the wand of fire away just so she doesn't steal that and start shooting me. So I threw it to my left. She's like flirting with Gizmo, though, unfortunately. I'm waiting to get hit, yes. Disarm my lance. Okay. That's not what I was hoping she would do, but I'm just trying to get this cursed cloak off of me. Guess I'll wield the longsword for now. Let's put on the blindfold to see where she is. I don't see her and I don't see anybody. Am I still telepathic? What were you guys saying? Tripwire was saying, too lazy to set it up on my computer, but playing on my phone or tablet without numpads sucks, yeah. Oh, but Vernon Sun says he fares better on his phone using iNethack too, really. I did like I played I used to play the iPhone version a little bit. Generally I like the computer version, probably because that's just what I learned on. But you get some nice context sensitive menus and stuff with the touch version. Like you touch a chest and then you get options like kick, loot. So that's pretty cool in a way. It's also, you could argue that's a little bit spoilery because instead of having to think of the command from the huge roster of commands that are available, it just tells you all the things that could apply. Anyway, I don't know what's happening here. I'm blind and not. It looks like I'm just not telepathic anymore. Cause I should be able to see my dog at least. Like even if I had killed everybody, I'm pretty sure my dog's alive. So how can I lose telepathy? I didn't find a gremlin who could drain an intrinsic. Surely it's not that you can't be writing and telepathic at the same time. Let me try dismounting. No, that's not it. I just seem to have lost telepathy. Now I don't even see the horse while blind. I know he's right there. Look at that. I'm actually wondering if this new version makes telepathy not permanent. So you have to keep eating floating eyes or find another source of it. That wouldn't be that wouldn't be an unfair nerfing. It was always kind of like really early on in the game, you just eat one floating eye and then you're just good for the rest of the game. You just put on a blindfold anytime you want to see everything. So wow, that's an interesting change. I think I do want to call here. It's getting super late. I gotta, get up in less than 6 hours at this point, and I want to take note of what I'm doing here though because I have stuff stashed. I'm in the middle of chasing a nymph, so I'll just write exactly that. And I'm chasing a nymph, hoping to get her to steal my cursed leather cloak. Be aware that to my left is a wand of fire that I tossed, and she might be able to grab it. I hope that the horse didn't actually kill the nymph. I don't think that happened. Sometimes it's easy to miss these details, though. All right, well, let's hit end poll. It's the end of the stream, really. So yeah, the poll result. I actually just made this poll right before I started playing because I wanted help choosing my character role, and I just left the poll going though, and it looks like more people want to see me play as a tourist actually. So after this character dies, maybe I'll do that. But yeah, I'm actually I have this Ultima 4 game going on this channel, so I might alternate between Ultima 4 and this Nethack run. I didn't actually plan on resuming Nethack until I asked some of the core, super regulars, as I call them, to this channel, and to like kind of vote for what to do. And Nethack won the vote, and I was kind of surprised because I just played so much of Nethack lately. Anyway, though, thanks for chatting with me today, Verdant Sun and SEB Tripwire, and as always, Mr. Dan the Man and Eric Johnson. Ryan said goodnight earlier. Who else we got? We might have Andy in the house or Arturo. I'm not sure. Well, Andy's surely in bed by now. But thanks again, everybody. So what I'm getting at, by the way, with the whole like talking about playing Ultimate and whatnot, is I'll probably resume this game in 2 weeks. So stay tuned for 2 weeks from now, which would be all the way up to May 27th, most likely. But who knows? Sometimes I do extra streams on a whim and whatnot. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm out for tonight, though. So good night and take care. Bye.